There we go. 1 minute late for our biggest tournament ever. Don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. Everybody, it's Andy, aka Ghosts. It's the Layer 1 beginner bracket number 9, our largest bracket of all time with a full capacity 32 players. I'm sure that the announcement of a new character had nothing to do with all this giant upsurge in interest in the greatest fighting game of all time, BlazBlue Central Fiction, but I'm going to advise everybody, because we have a lot of new people here today that have never participated in an online tournament, I've already got this little gift that Zeno prepared for me on deck, so just thought we'd be upfront about that. Anyway, Layer 1 is an organization that's dedicated to teaching old fighting games to new players, and the one that we play right now is BlazBlue Central Fiction, and there's never been a better time to start playing this game. So let's have a look at who is on staff here, our expansive staff here at Layer 1 Worldwide Headquarters. So I'm Andy, Ghost, you'll be the one, I'll be the one talking at you all night, and then I'm also in our chat on Twitch. The meme work is very much appreciated. I play this game a lot, but I'm not very good at it, but I did just organize this thing, and that's how I'm in this position. And then Jen is a very skilled organizer, and she handles things behind the scenes. She does bracket whipping, she does technical stuff in the background. She doesn't play BlazBlue, but she will whoop your ass at Mahjong. So if you jump on the old Mahjong Soul, she'll show you what's up. So that's the staff for tonight. So this is a double elimination tournament for new BlazBlue players. The general guideline is less than 500 matches. Let's just go over the rules that these people will be going by real quickly here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So double elimination, all matches are played first to 2 wins, but our winners, losers, and grand finals are first to 3. We follow the default format of 99-second timers and 2 rounds to win. And then because it's an online tournament, we have some rules around specifically connection issues. So if the connection is bombed out, we do a connection check. Players in North America get priority because that's where I live, and this is designed to foster my local scene above all else. So it's nothing personnel, kid. It's just that we're here to make sure that my locals, they get some practice in. That's the primary thing. But the fact that all these other people have signed up is very nice. Anyway, the biggest thing is just don't be a dick. It's pretty straightforward. We've never had any real rules issues. We also now are in the prize era. Whoopah! So we're doing stickers if you win, which this is another Jen thing. Thank you, Jen. If you win the tournament, you'll get a sticker emblazoned with your character of choice on it, and then one other person also gets this is a random raffle winner who also gets a customized sticker with whatever they want on it, and these are just examples that you can see on the screen right now. Now, funny thing, so Zeng's, the one that you see here, is the only one that was delayed because I'm a brainlet, and I put the wrong year on there. So his is delayed. That one, it's coming. It's coming, I swear. And speaking of the stickers, let's see what happened last time when people were playing by these rules on Layer 1. So we've actually had 2 brackets this month now, because it's every 4 weeks because of my work schedule, so sometimes you'll just get 2 in a month. And last month we had the Prodigal Son return, Forgotten, and won the whole bracket, splitting characters in a nail-biting finale against Mango's Susanoo. So Forgotten played new all the way through the tournament and then switched to Azrael, and the grand finals reset and won using Azrael. It was tremendous. This is our first 2-character champion. So congratulations to Forgotten, who had not played in one of our brackets for a long time, but I know had been continuing to play at their local scene, which is a thriving fighting game scene down in Costa Rica. It was a very well-deserved win. It is somebody that's been around Layer 1 for a long time. It's one of our best competitors. And then the rest of the top 8 was, as usual, heavily featuring S. We had some Layer 1 soldiers up in here making repeat appearances in our top 8. And some new names as well. Jules was playing an unhinged Naoto, which I was very much enjoying. And the rest of these characters, I think, are all repeats from previous Layer 1 brackets. You can see Zeno edging into the top 8 here with consistent improvement, as well as long-term players Mango, Rain, and Koei. Rain switching characters again, and I believe is going back to her roots tonight with Lambda, so we'll see how that goes. But it was an excellent tournament, and then here were the prizes that we gave it last month. A split sticker for our champion Forgotten, and then, forgive me, I can't remember right now who won the raffle, but I did send them this Susanoo sticker, and as you can see, you can choose the color of the text, the rendition of any character that you want, and the color of the crest in the background as well. So they were pretty pleased with that. Hopefully we'll start seeing some pictures of these showing up in the wild, because I did ship them out a little while ago. Okay, and then let's have a look at our bracket for tonight. So we can retire this image now. We've had every single character played in a Layer 1 bracket. Good stuff, everybody. And our top 8s are generally pretty diverse, although we have a lot of S players, and I think we're going to have a lot of S players tonight. Don't be surprised by that. You know, it's the beginner bracket. A lot of people gravitate to S because she's really good, and she's pretty straightforward. So let's take... The bracket tonight is insane because it's 32 players. So it's pretty thick, as you may notice. A lot of people, but there's no round 1 buys, and it's actually full, which is great. It's perfectly symmetrical. So hopefully no one's sitting around for too long here. There's a lot of names that you'll recognize from there if you've watched Layer 1 brackets before, and a lot of new people as well, which is great. That's what we like to see. So let's talk about what our first match on the stream here is going to be. And these are 2 players who I have never seen play before. Neither of them. Rancor playing Platinum the Trinity, and Kit Kat Kaz playing Azrael. So let's talk about these characters real quickly. Just as an introduction, with these Layer 1 brackets, I will run down a character the first time we see it in a way that's like a 60-second briefing, because the assumption with these is that you do not play this game or haven't played it a whole bunch, right? So I'm trying to explain what's going on at a very base level. Don't expect profound, insightful analysis on commentary. Not like I'd be able to offer that anyway. Stand by. I've played this game a lot, but I don't really know what I'm doing. I want to be clear about that. Don't confuse experience and expertise. But Platinum the Trinity is a item roulette character in the style of Faust from Guilty Gear. She has random items spring up, but you have some control over it. You can eject the item that you have if you don't want. The thing that makes Platinum stand out, actually, there's a couple things. She's very good normal moves that hit from multiple trajectories. Like, she has pretty reasonable mix-up potential. And she has a small hurt box. She's a little character, which generally serves to her advantage. And the items that she has a super that's an install super that powers the items up and makes them very, very frightening and very, very potent. You will probably see that in this matchup. Platinum is, in general, she's not like the most unconventional character. It's just, like I said, the random items. It takes a little while to learn what they all do, but none of them are super huge. Like, the thing that looks like a bullet from Mario is a projectile. You know, the frying pan is my personal... Actually, I like the big hammer. Oh, there's 2 hammers. Anyway, you'll see. So let's talk Azrael, the aesthetically pleasing gentleman on the right there. So Azrael is what we call a gorilla in modern FGC terminology. He's a big boy that throws fisticuffs. It's very... he's very straightforward. Well, that's not entirely true, actually. So Azrael is a mix-up character. He has a lot of highs and lows. They both come out relatively quickly. But the biggest thing, too, is his dash is a teleport, kind of like Slayer. There's a lot of similarities with Slayer. And he has several neutral skips as well. But the teleport lets you go through the other person, so there's 4-way mix-up potential there. He has very... is interesting. He has short range in a lot of his moves, and then long range in a lot of other normals. Like the hitboxes extend quite far, but the ones that go farther, he tends to get less off, whereas the shorter range ones, he tends to get more off, and those tend to be his stronger mix tools. And then he applies marks to his opponent, and he can spend those marks as kind of combo. There's like a currency. So if he hits the opponent with some of his drive moves, he'll put a high or a low mark on them, and when both are on there, one of his supers is unblockable. It's very funny. So I'm going to inform these guys to start their game here. Stand by in the Discord arena. Okay. Start match. Here we go. Getting right into things. BlazBlue Central Fiction, beginner bracket number 9, brought to you by Layer 1, the greatest fighting game of all time, undergoing a renaissance with the release of a new character after like 10 years. The announcement was unbelievable. Anyway, we'll see what happens here. As I said, I've never seen either of these people play before, so I have no idea what to expect. But we're letting the intros rock here. I'm going to remember to swap the sides. Here we go, beginner bracket number 9. Let's get this money. Okay. So Platinum has a distinct advantage in this matchup in that her voice is very annoying. But also, at this kind of level of experience in play, it's unlikely that both players will know what the items that Platinum uses do, right? So that can be a big thing. If you look down above Platinum's super bar, you can see both which items she has, how many she has left, and then what's coming up next. Azrael, on the other hand, I mean, the best way to play Azrael is as ignorant as possible. Run in and just start doing damage. Okay, a bit of a combo drop there, but no big deal. You will see quite a bit of that as the night goes on. Ooh, that was very nice conversion. This super is not just funny, it's also very dangerous because you can steer Platinum while she's spinning. And there you go. So didn't like the item that was on hand there, so just threw it away. Those cat hammers link into one another. Oh, clutch grab there by Kit Kat. And now you're cornered against Azrael with the cat hammer. So that cat hammer is a very fast move. It looks like an overhead, but it is not an overhead. I think maybe the enhanced one is, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So neither player burst in that round. Now, there's always a chance, too. Some of our players are basically learning the system mechanics still. So sometimes people don't actually know how to burst, much less when to. And when to burst is one of the most complicated things in this game to really get mastery of. Now, both these characters tend to have little stubby buttons, so we are seeing some whiffing here. That cricket bat is like a DP on demand, which is very powerful. I don't think we've seen Kit Kat bust out Azrael's DP. Oh, we got corner loops here. I like this. Good damage. And the bubble, and ending in the super as well. Wow, okay, this is potent stuff. Oh, there was the first DP. So Azrael's DP is funny because it goes up and then comes down, right? Now that lunging forward punch that Azrael just did, that's his Gustav Buster. And here comes the Azrael mix in the corner. Okay, burst, a timely burst. Now, oh, Growler Field. So Azrael's literal and figurative aura farming there, where he stood there with his arms out and absorbed the projectiles. He then gets a projectile that he can fire back at the other player. It's a very potent option in certain matchups that really changes the complexion of them, because traditionally a character like Azrael might struggle against his owner, right? But that gives him quite a few options once you start layering things anyway. Okay, so our first match of the night went to Rancor, but we saw Kit Kat showing serious signs of life at the end there. And that Azrael is a big snowball character, right? Let's see. Oh, the bubble. The bubble is intimidating, and it stays around for so long. Oh, good evasion. That was smart. Okay, now you'll see the heat counter there is blue right now, so that means that wasn't a true combo. Rancor could have teched out of it, but didn't at the right time. So you can just keep hitting somebody in BlazBlue. You have to press a button to get up. Oh, ran into the gift. Now the gift, I mean, it's not a gift to you. It's a gift to Platinum. Okay, I didn't totally understand that grab missed there, but that was very nice. Punish. So if you take a look at Platinum right now, she has that yellow arrow on the bottom side, and now she has a lighter one on the top as well. Those are the weak points that Azrael applies that make some of his moves unblockable, like this one, for example. Barrier will not save you once they're both on. The Blackhawk Stinger, a.k.a. the big punch. It's going down. Kit Kat bringing it back. A risky opening gambit there with the overhead axe kick. You never know, if you've frightened your opponent into submission a little bit there, that's not a bad round start, right? Because a lot of people just down back. Those corner loops, putting in work. The work continues. Oh no! Her stubby little arms can't quite reach his giant muscular physique. Okay, the corner loops are the deal in this matchup, it seems like. There we go. DP, get out of there. Oh, and RC after the DP. We're breaking out the fancy stuff. Okay. Rancor, though, a long mountain to climb there for Kit Kat. Big life lead. But you'll notice that Kit Kat didn't burst. That was actually smart. If you are at a very significant deficit and, like, you're cornered against Platinum, it's not a bad idea. Just let the burst stick around until the next round, right? Because if you just use it and then you lose immediately, your burst gauge starts at 0. It takes forever to get it back. Those are kind of the finer points of burst management, but that's the earlier you understand that in this game, the longer, like, that takes you a long way. Burst, overdrive is an extremely valuable resource here. Oh, fancy cancel there. Oh boy. Oh, that could have been huge. That's a tricky one to convert off, though, that flying kick Azrael does. Okay, pretty good damage here as long as Azrael doesn't bounce out of the vortex. No. Very nice. Now, okay, we're down to the wire here. Okay, so this is match point for Rancor. So playing it safe. Throwing the launchers. Doesn't have... Oh boy. So trades will generally be in Kit Kat's favor because Azrael has a larger health pool. All it takes is one hit, though. That one hit happened. All right, very nice. Rancor is going to take that. The Platinum Platoon, which has been growing in Layer 1, is moving on. And then there's a good chance that we'll see Kit Kat again here. And we'll fade this out and go to some post-match analysis. And stand by for just a moment while I pull up our next match. Let's see if Jen has anything queued up for me here. Bonk. No, nothing yet. Now, that was pretty quick, and funny enough, because we have a perfect bracket this time that's actually full, we might have to wait for a little while for matches. So I'll just fill that up by talking a lot. Hopefully you aren't subjected to that too much. Just let me make sure that they know. When a match is available. Okay. So our first match there, let's go over some things that we saw. The burst management was actually quite good by Kit Kat, by both players, I suppose, because no one was just... A lot of the time you'll see new players, they will get poked and they'll burst immediately, right? That is an impulse you want to fight, no matter how strong it is. Burst is too valuable. Like if somebody hits you with a 5A, a little jab, right? Damage scaling in BlazBlue is very aggressive. So a combo that comes off a 5A is generally not going to do that much. You usually want to hold it for either big starters that are like C buttons. And, you know, you're not going to recognize those immediately, but you can sort of tell, right? Like it's any fighting game. The big buttons move slower and they look like they hit harder. So you want to save the burst for that. But other than that, you can see, like, these are early days for both these players. I didn't actually see their match count because they started so quickly and I was jabbering. I was very impressed by Rancor's corner pressure. That was very good. Okay, looks like we're setting up our next our match here. Whereas Kit Kat, I think that there may be a bit of a fear to use the DP. Hold on, sorry, there will be a lot of this because I don't have a second commentator to fill dead space. There we go. Just getting our next thing set up. So once Kit Kat started, you got to. What I always say is, you have to establish the DP first, right? So if you get hit on one, like whatever, now your opponent knows that you're willing to do it. If you're always just kind of, I don't want to, it's risky, then the opponent never, like, I will always bully somebody until they DP me. If I get a knockdown Okazeme situation, until they prove that they're willing to risk the DP, I will always just stand over them and hit them. And I think that's very common at lower level of play as well. Not necessarily thinking like, I want to make them establish this move, more just that that's the impulse, right? Continue my offense at any cost. Okay. Wait for the other guys to come to the room here. Other than that, the Azrael mix was good. We saw the application of the double weak point, which you always like to see. Blackhawk Stinger is the best way to cash that out, especially if, like, because it's a full screen, you know, punch. If the opponent's on the other side of the room, which is generally not where Azrael wants to be, that's a good way to, like, close the gap and establish damage, especially if they have the weak points, because you're going to hit them. Now, you can get out of that one by being airborne, but I think you have to be airborne when the super flash occurs. I'm not 100% on that. Anyway, either way, that was like a good, well-contested game, which I like to see. I'm just waiting for other players to come into the stream room now, so I'm going to go back to our current event screen here, and let me see what's going on with these guys here. So our next match is going to be Rain, long time Layer 1 player. Oh, why didn't that send? And somebody that I've never seen play before with J-Swag. I'm not sure how their name is pronounced. This is what I'm seeing here. Let me see if I can find these guys. Yes. Okay. Wait, that's not right. That's not the right Rain. Ooh. Okay. It's a different Rain, not the Rain that we're used to seeing. Having two Rains with identical names is that could be troubling. Now, I don't know if we've seen either of these. Have I ever seen... No. Oh, no, I've played with Rain at the practices a little bit. So let me pull up their match here. That's not working very well. Okay. Still haven't heard from either of these characters, so if they're not here in a couple minutes, they're just going to get disqualified. Not hearing anything from either of these guys. Well, this is what our theoretical matchup will be. You know what? I mean, why not, right? We have both combatants in the room for this one, but Cordro, we don't know who they're playing. That's not optimal. But what are you going to do? Start match. Okay, now we'll find out who's playing who here. Well, looks like another Mai player. Oh, and they're already set up on the right side. Okay, we didn't have time to explain either of these characters, but you'll understand them very quickly. So, Lambda is a zoning rushdown hybrid character, whereas Mai's kind of hard to describe. Mai has a lot of reach, does a lot of damage, and has a projectile that she can reroute in mid-flight. It's very, very potent. Mai's, because she has very large normals with huge hitboxes, she covers a lot of space and does very good damage. She's generally considered one of the easier characters to play as well. She's kind of put into the game for that reason, right? She was put in the last iteration of the game when it came out, because there were a lot of characters and it's been out for quite a while at that point. They kind of wanted to add an onboarding route here. Anyway, okay, good. So that was a counter assault by Rain. That was smart. It spends some of your meter to push the opponent away, like a guard cancel. But Kudro with the, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm guessing Kudro with a mix-up there. Little strike throw action, the classic. Reversal super, yes. Oh, okay, Rain pulls that one out by the skin of her teeth. Very nice. So with Lambda, you'll want to watch. She throws these swords at you, these projectiles. They don't move super fast, and most of them don't cover the whole screen. She can combo off basically any hit with them very easily. But the other big thing that Lambda can do is transition between throwing the swords at you from almost full screen to close range brawling, and she's quite dangerous in either arena. It's kind of the middle range that she's lacking in. She has one or two normals that have pretty good reach, but they tend to be like slow and minus. Ooh, tipper. So what happened there, where Rain's guard broke, is if Mai hits you right at the tip of the spear, it breaks your guard if you're not barrier blocking. Okay, this is a bad scenario. Lambda is extremely dangerous. Now, most characters are dangerous in the corner. Lambda is exceptional. She's up there in terms of having the best Okazeme in the game, right? See that little pizza cutter that appeared? That's one of the most oppressive tools to corner your opponent with. Ooh, okay, a little spaghetti on the ground there. A little drop action, but no big deal. Now, Rain is one of the longest-running Layer 1 soldiers. So, Cordo's making a good showing here. Rain's bounced around between characters quite a bit. Oh, we're going back to this room for some reason. Oh, they both left. Okay, well, that was a quick one. Yeah, they came, they fought, they left. So apparently they were halfway through. They had already played one game and no one told me. So they got thrown in there. Okay, and then we're going to have Rain back again. So I'm not going to bother with a whole lot of post-match analysis on that one because we already have another match set up. So let's just go to that. Here we go. Oh, boy. Okay. So we sort of had a little bit of an introduction to Lambda. She's a hybrid zoner / rushdown character. Now, this is not a great matchup for the guy on the right, my guy, Tagger. Tagger is a grappler. He's not a grappler in the classic sense, though. He's not all just spinning pile driver. He's not all just 720 commands. He's a big body. He moves very slowly. He has no dash. Sorry, that's not true. He has a back dash, which is one of the best moves in the game, and it's definitely his best move. It has a lot of invulnerability, and it lasts for a really long time. So watch for Tagger's back dash. It's extremely potent. But anyway, so the other the thing that Tagger does is when he hits you with one of his drive moves, it causes magnetism. The opponent will start sparking. You are now attracted to all of his other drive moves, some of his normals if his hands are like sparking green, and his command grabs will all vacuum you towards him. So this means once he's established magnetism, and the more he hits you with his drive moves that cause the magnetism, the longer it stays on you. Obviously, the easier it is for the grappler to then get a hold of you. The biggest thing being that he has a very funny air 360 where he just stops where he is and puts his hand out. And if you're magnetized and you're in the air, especially, there's no friction, you will fly into his hand, and then somehow he will jump in midair, holding onto you and drop you down. This is a very difficult matchup for Tagger, but it is doable. A tool that's very important for Tagger in this matchup is his sledge. It's quarter circle forward and the A or B. You'll see he kind of holds his arm back and then he advances forward. There's a green slash of energy behind his hands. He does a kind of looks like a Polish hammer if you're familiar with any pro wrestling stuff. Anyway, if he swings that is invulnerable to projectiles from frame 1. So if you predict that Lambda is going to throw a sword, and those have pretty long startup and recovery, that's your golden opportunity. All of Lambda's projectiles are committal, so it's not free to zone Tagger. I mean, it's close because he's so slow, but it's not free. If Tagger guesses right once or twice, you're in a lot of trouble because Lambda has very low health. Anyway, let's start the match. Okay, these guys are ready to go. No swerve on the character selection. I like that. So it's been a little chaotic at the start here. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. Hopefully things start to chill out a little bit here. Good to see Rain back on the Lambda action as well. Now, what will be interesting to see here is the opening moves. Oh, that's the Tagger skin I used to use as well. Okay. Sai gambled with the projectile invulnerability, and it did pan out. Oh. Whoa! Very nice. Okay, so... Oh, that's going to get punished. Oh, not. Okay. So that was... Overdrive in BlazBlue uses your burst meter, and it's a little mechanic where if you hit all 4 buttons and you have it, your character does that little pose, and you're briefly invulnerable, so your opponent, a lot of their committal attacks will pass through it, and then you can hit them back, right? It's kind of like a reversal. Now, this is a very difficult situation for Tagger. He has very few options in the corner here, other than blocking and hoping right, and Lambda has... Ooh, okay. Let's talk burst strategy, because when we were talking about bad options, that was one of the worst. We were saying burst is valuable, right? Ooh, Spark Bolt. Ooh. Okay, we saw the magnets in action there. There's a lot going on here. But I'm going to go back to burst, and I'm going to stick with that, I swear. Now, that was peak YOLO, but I respect it. Okay, so let's talk burst. The numbers underneath both characters' portraits, near their life bars, that's their overdrive gauge. It's also linked to the burst. When it's full, you have access to your burst. The number counts up over time as you take damage, you apply hits, all kinds of things cause it. There's like an esoteric math equation that determines how much burst you have. But the big thing is now, when you're getting hit by projectiles like this, if you burst right now, the burst is an attack. It's that little shockwave that emanates from your character. If you don't hit the opponent's hurt box with it, the combo is just going to continue right after. You can't defend yourself at all after a burst. Oh, that was close, but see, there we go. That was a good burst because they were close, right? Took a big chance on the full screen Sparkle there. Now the last hit there is a reversal. That's a big knowledge check, and that should be it. Very nice. Well played by Rain. Knocking the rust off the Murakumo units here. However, like I said, this is a challenging matchup for Tagger, but it can be done, as you see, right? He only has to guess right 2 or 3 times. The other thing is, once Tagger grabs you with one of his command grabs, he has a move called Gadget Finger. He basically picks you up and drops you right in front of him. Well, not right in front of him, but reasonably close to him. Magnetized, and he's +10 after that. So he has the initiative, right? You force your opponent to play a weighted game of rock, paper, scissors. Now that was a quick burst, but well worth considering for Lambda, because not only did it put him in the corner, right, but Tagger's offense is a lot more dangerous than Lambda's proportionally, right? Only Tagger, like I said, has to guess right through their nest. There was a classic airborne burst with the opponent not close enough. That's no bueno. And now you're still cornered. Now that was a mash, and I like to see the mash. Now this bit's risky here. Yep, Lambda with the overhead after that. Okay, it's hard to convert off that jab. Although, so Sai is scoring with the spark bolts. People forget, because Tagger's the giant grappler guy, that he has a gun. He just has to charge it for a really long time. Okay, good. Smart counter assault there. Okay. You can see the glimmers. You see the blueprint with Sai, right? They understand what they're supposed to be doing here. But Rain is quite experienced and is a very good Lambda player. Oh, good block. That little rushing move that Lambda did there, that's she has 3 options. Well, I guess 4 really to finish it. Because one of... When she runs towards you, she might not be doing anything after it. She might be doing a low, she might be doing an overhead, or she might be doing a mid. Oh, that move has armor. And there's Gadget Finger. Ooh, Cash is out with the Magnatech wheel for some good damage there. Okay. Oh, that could have been it. Good block. Okay. While this is active, the Tagger just had to guess there, right? You're pinned down by the suppressive fire of all those blades. Oh, could this be the end? The damage scaling. Wow, that was nice. So the Beyblade Super there by Tagger, that has a bunch of guard points initially. So you can kind of use it as a reversal, especially against jump-ins, because Tagger has very lacking. Wow, that was a good mash. I didn't know you could mash there, to be honest with you. Okay, but now cornered against Lambda. Let's see if he can crack the code. This is a hard situation to get out of for any character, much less one with no, invulnerable meterless reversal. Ooh. Now you have to be careful too. Oh, nice. Okay, driver, gadget finger follow up. Yes. And now what? Guess. That was interesting. Oh, that's an overhead. Okay, active flow. 720. Will it kill? Yes. Yes. Ah, man, I love that move. Genesis Emerald Tagger Buster. So that's Tagger 720 Super. It is. I maintain that Tagger's backdash is his best move, but that's second best, but it also costs a meter, right? So frame 1, active, in full invuln. It does it all unless your opponent is jumping. Then you're screwed. You just wasted 50 meter. It's also has extremely strong attractive properties if the opponent is magnetized. Okay, he's learning he has to block that one blade that the Murakumo fires high. Now the overdrive there, so there is reason for Tagger to overdrive like that. When he's in overdrive, all of his drive moves have armor. And it also charges his Spark Bolt really quickly, and Spark Bolt is extremely important in pretty much all of Tagger's game plan, but especially in matchups like this, because it forces your opponent to wonder whether you're going to hit them from full screen, right? Which is obviously not something that he can normally do. Now this is a Murakumo round though. That was a Lambda round. Lambda is all offense all the time. I was liking what I was seeing there from Rain. Sai's going to start the round the burst though. Oh, that's a big counter hit. I would have burst that too. That less so. Okay, that little thing there where Tagger was just standing around like putting his arms in, looking like he's meditating, that charges the Spark Bolt. It's a very useful move because that's not all it does, right? It also has upper body guard points, so you can use it as a kind of a parry, and he can also do an attack out of it. But if the opponent hits you low, then you get to be sad. I guessed wrong on the last bit of the Rekka there. Ooh, lucky on that drop. Oh no! His face went right into that portal with all those blades coming out. Horrible way to shave. Nice. Okay, 720, Gadget Finger. Rain has no meter. Oh, this should be it. Lambda can easily get 3k off the corner combo. Yes. Okay. Valiant effort by Sai. But they're going to go down to loser's side. I was loving what I was seeing here. Yes, the damage from both these characters are health bar deleters. Despite the fact that Lambda looks like a little girl and Tagger is this obviously gargantuan jacked guy, they are both experts at making yellow turn to red. Okay. Okay, so let's do a little post-match analysis. But if you don't mind, before I do that, I'm going to line up my next match. Stream, please. Okay, so I play both these characters a little bit, so I have some insights that I can provide. For Tagger, I know that character very well, as I've been playing them for a very long time, but there's only so much I can say here. So let's actually start with the Lambda side. Now, we were talking about this before. I told Rain, she plays Lambda better than I do, so it's kind of hard for me to provide a whole lot of advice, right? Most of it, like you saw, drops here and there, but nothing big. Some of them ended up being American resets, which was always nice. Sometimes the bursts, I mean, Lambda, it's different, right? Because bursting early is not so bad with her because it puts the opponent into her wheelhouse, like puts them fairly far away, which she's quite good at. One thing I would like to see a little bit more of is with the rushing move, the quarter circle forward A. I have no idea what it's called. You use the fake out one a little bit more often to get grabs, right? Because Lambda gets excellent corner carry and damage off a standard grab. So the jump square rush up grab is very, very potent with her, especially once you have established that you're doing the attack version of the forward rushing kind of teleporting move. That's very strong. Other than that, I have no idea how well she knows the Tagger matchup. So, like, playing against Tagger, you kind of have to play differently from other characters. So for Sai, there's some routing issues are the first thing I see. You had quite a few hits. And they weren't like snap conversions, like off of counter hit 5A or anything like that. Things like after 2C, when you know, like the big upward swing of Tagger's arms, where you know what's going to happen, and continuing the combo is generally pretty easy. Part of the reason I play Tagger is because the combos are pretty easy for good damage. So some things like that, basics. But other than that, I liked the use of the sledge with the follow-up mixed in. You can be pretty aggressive with the B sledge in this matchup. You just have to be careful about it. You can't be too reckless, but I did like the use of overdrive as well. Another big thing is Tagger's his jumping moves. He has a good suite of jumping moves. His jumping C carries him a little farther forward, which is very nice. His jumping B is one of the best air-to-air moves in the game, I think. And also, it's a very good jump in as well. It leads to good damage, it has excellent hitboxes, and it's an ambiguous cross-up. And his jumping A is a very good air-to-air move as well. So, like, don't be afraid to jump with Tagger, because you have tons of meter, right? So it's fine to just jump. The trick with Tagger is once you've established that you're willing to jump and block on the way in and do nothing, then you can do empty jump in Tagger drivers, and that's when you start getting money. So let's see what's up next on stream here. Yeah, well played by both guys. Like I said, Rain is one of the best players, and we have our next matchup here. Okay, very nice. Mr. Speeder and Shiko, who I've never seen. It's exciting to see all these new people coming out that I've never seen play. Some of them I may have played in the practices, actually. But yes, let's have a look at this, because I actually don't know anything about Shiko. Okay, so Mr. Speeder is on Susanoo. Now, Mr. Speeder is, he likes the grab bag of characters. He plays a little bit of everything, and if you've been watching these brackets, you know he's been gradually grinding through the entire cast. So he's landed on Susanoo this time around. Susanoo is a big body monster. He's a brawler character. He has insane damage, amazing hitboxes and hurt boxes. Well, sorry, the hurt boxes. You know, I always get confused by those terms. The squares around his own attacks are really, really good. His normals are just like really exceptional, a lot of them. He gets amazing reward off them without having to spend meter. But the trick is his special attacks are sealed. So if you look above wherever Speeder's super bar is going to be, there's 8 little emblems. He has to hit his opponent with a drive attack to open those up. Once they are opened, he has access to his special move that was under there. They're really important to his game plan, but it can be hard to control which ones you unlock. And then Tsubaki, being played by Shiko, is a pretty traditional fighting game character. She has like fireballs on the ground, fireballs in the air, invulnerable reversal, advancing attack move. The most unconventional thing about her, the gimmick, is that she has a charge gauge where that weird book eyeball thing that she has starts singing and it fills up a gauge, it provides stocks. She spends the stocks to enhance her special moves, which lets her extend combos and gives her improved properties on them in general. She's very scary when she has a lot of stocks. If the Tsubaki player isn't good at sneaking in charges, she's a lot less scary because she's like, you know, pretty normal fighting game character in a totally cracked game then. All right, So that's a rundown of these characters. We haven't seen either of them yet. Start match, please. And I'll say it in Discord as well. Usually once I say it in Discord and I come back, they're in. Yes, they are. Okay, so let's join them. I love Tsubaki. I'm very interested in seeing how the play here goes. And Speeder, now I have seen him playing Susanoo. This guy picks up characters very quickly. He's been cycling through them at a rate of 1 a month. Where is Rain? Yes, Rain is safe. Rain is up in here. Don't worry about it. They won. Okay. The standard Susanoo round start is the tail swing 5B. Because it's fast, it covers a lot of space, and he gets a lot off of it. Okay, early burst there. It was a counter hit, though. Ooh, okay, so we saw... Did you see when Tsubaki was floating off the ground and that little aura appeared underneath of her? That is her charging her stocks, which you can see above the super gauge there. Okay, we're going in here. Ooh, that's an overhead, which is hard to block. Those are the reflexes of youth there with Mr. Speeder. Air throw, he's cracked. Oh my god. I don't know if I've ever deliberately hit somebody with an air throw. Ah, just short. Okay, so this is an interesting contrast here because Tsubaki, like, she has tools to kind of play a varied game. Like, she can throw projectiles to play keep away because she has a good air fireball as well. Well, that was interesting. There was a DP and then it... Susanoo's jumping C is like an axe kick and he goes, "Whoa!" He sounds like he's kind of like he's throwing up. That move is... It's very silly. In any case, okay, Shiko playing angry off top. Now, you'll notice, though, Tsubaki has to hit the opponent a lot of times to produce much damage, right? Tsubaki's not a high damage character unless they have stocks. Now that overhead is deceptively fast when you're actually playing. People say, oh, what, a 20-some frame overhead? Ooh, good overhead there off the air dash. Yeah, people say all kinds of things are reactable. I'm always suspicious because my reflexes are very, very bad. Now, so we're seeing Speeder getting bullied a little bit here, right? That's because he hasn't unlocked a lot of seals that he needs to resist this offense that Tsubaki is throwing in his face. He doesn't have his DP. He doesn't have his spinny overhead move that looks like Sonic the Hedgehog. He does have the jazz hands, though, which are quite good. I know that the way I'm explaining this, if you don't know what I'm talking about, sounds like gibberish. And it is. Susanoo is gibberish. He also has a gun in his elbow for some reason. That's a very hard one to explain. I mean, Blaze Blue Lore. Oh, that was a very good conversion. See, Tsubaki's fireball travels slowly, right? So if you go behind it, if you see it hits the opponent, yeah, you get a nice little confirm like this. Corner pressure's on. Good delayed tech there by Speeder, but he rolled backwards, unfortunately, in the corner. That's a risky play. If he would have rolled forward, he would have made it out of the corner. But on the other hand, yeah, it's vulnerable. Oh, man. So see the air approach here? It's hard for Susanoo to come off the ground and do anything about the air approach. Oh, good reverse is super. With no seals unlocked, that's the, like you can bully Susanoo like that. Oh, this is big. Coast to coast. No seals unlocked, but it don't matter when you do this kind of damage. Okay, last second burst, and the elbow glock, blop, to finish things off. That was extremely close, though. So you see the, you can see the contrast there, though, right? If Tsubaki seizes the advantage and is able to build a couple stocks as well to help maintain threatening pressure, it's quite challenging for Speeder to get out of an Okazeme situation in the corner without taking a very risky guess, like a forward roll. Okay, we'll see where things go this time around. Speeder up one, but this could certainly go either way. Good overdrive there. Now, during overdrive, Susanoo actually has all of his moves unlocked. Okay, this could be big damage. One of the things I always try to teach players when they're just getting started is learn a good combo off of a throw because it makes you so much more threatening. As we can see here, that was 2.7 damage, something like that. Very nice. Off just a basic throw. And we're in that corner situation again. Well, Speeder, he keeps rolling backwards in the corner. Don't be doing that. Oh! Okay. Now, can we turn the tables here? He won't get any seals, and he pushes himself further back, but Susan has a Chad air dash. Yep, jumping C. Look at the damage. Look at the damage. No resources. No seals. We just do things. Goodness gracious. He knows the routes. Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, good DP. Elbow Glock. Where do you think he keeps the magazine? The forearm, maybe? Oh, okay. I know that you can get good damage off that hit. Here we go, yes. Wow, Shiko's combos are, like, very clean. The time must have been spent in the lab, or just an extraordinary amount of natural talent. Okay, we might have been going for a little reset gimmick there. There we go. TRM. That's an important thing. So if you just saw the throw there was a big X over Susanoo, and he wasn't... Oh, that hurts. Wasn't able to reject the throw because he was using the barrier to push Tsubaki away. But while you're doing that, you're holding down 3 buttons, which are the same buttons as you need to reject a throw. While you're barriering, you cannot reject a throw. You'll always get hit by the throw. It's an important aspect of this game's general gameplay. Okay, now Shiko, this is down to the wire here. I think Shiko is trying to hold the burst, hoping that we'll be able to go to the next round with that life lead, but Susanoo damage, man. Anything can happen. Oh no! Okay, clutch. Wow, that was ballsy to keep the burst there. I probably would have panic bursted. I'm like a small animal. I constantly panic. Okay, so Shiko, in it to win it. Good little air stall there to charge up the gauge as well. Uh-oh. I think they were expecting to get hit by a bigger starter there, but, like, you know what? Bursting, so this is another thing, right? I was talking about how complex Burst in BlazBlue is. See the positional advantage it's provided Shiko, which has put Shiko in the position that they want to be in. Susanoo in the corner, Tsubaki applying pressure. Not a whole lot of seal action going on. No DP seal, certainly, so this is a risky situation. Speeder is going to have to take a chance to get out. Good blocks, wow. Ooh, looking to continue the pressure there. Okay, yeah, had to burst there to get out of things. Yeah, but, ooh, can they follow through on it? This could be the end. Oh, Shiko is short on gauge, so probably not. Yeah, that'll be it. Very nice. Wow, well played, both these guys. Going to the rubber match. 1-1. The quality of play in these brackets just keeps improving. Now, Speeder, so I don't know anything about Shiko. I know Mr. Speeder, as I say in all of our streams, he plays well in multiple games. So he has a lot of transferable skills as well. And yeah, Glauco Kazema, you can't go wrong. Ooh, strong starter, and, you know, burst to follow it up. There's also the passion burst, right? You just burst because, like, no, I don't like the way that went. And that's not invalid. Ooh, Speeder keeps doing the backward roll in the corner. You gotta be doing that. So the reason that's not a good idea is the backwards roll, it has nowhere to... Good awareness to change direction there with that throw and put Tsubaki in the corner. Oh, man, good conversion. So I was talking about rolling in the corner. Recovery in BlazBlue is layered, right? Basically, standing up in neutral is the safest thing you can do. Rolling forward is extremely risky. Rolling backwards is a little risky, but it gets you some space. But in the corner, there's nowhere to go, right? You can't get any space. All it does is make you a little bit more vulnerable to getting hit by meaties. Is this the end? Shiko full gauge. There's probably a super you can do off of this. No, it just goes for the traditional... Oh, it doesn't have any stocks. Smart. Ooh, American... Well, you know, I say it was American, but I'm assuming that may have been deliberate. That's pretty tricky if it is. Nice, just running each other head first. Now look at the life gauge, though. Basically, any trade in this match is going to be in Speeder's favor. Susanoo is tied for second highest health in the game, and he does more damage on average than Tsubaki for sure. Now, Tsubaki can get the conversions, though. Like, don't sleep on Tsubaki. She's not a low damage character by any means. It's just, I can see, because of the elbow block and Speeder's aggressive play, it's difficult for Shiko to get a charge in here. I don't think he expected that to connect. Okay. One-touch situation here. Shiko delayed tech. That was smart. Oh, the median's not going to pay off. All right. Final round. Anybody's game. There we go. So Speeder, he has to climb the mountain with no seals, but this is a darn good start. Tsubaki in the corner. Oh, good block. I get hit by that constantly. Oh, that's interesting. So by using the fireball at the end of that combo, which doesn't combo, that's a kind of a frame trap situation there. Now this is looking bad though. A frame trap didn't save him. Okay, so that burst there, that was a dicey burst because the combo was already in progress, right? Good punish. Most of the damage had happened because of the scaling. And I don't think Speeder had enough gauge to continue it with like a second super that can chain. I don't think you can chain out of that one anyway. So probably just best to let it rock. Now, on the other hand, is my advice worthless? Often yes. There we go. The elbow. The gun. Full screen. Tsubaki's a cop. She's not used to getting shot at, though. Oh, tricky double jump. Combo drop. Wow, that was clutch. Woo-hoo. I like what I'm seeing here from both players. There's marbles everywhere. But Shiko's the only one picking them up. All marbles now in Shiko's possession. Let's see if the scores just keep resetting themselves. They are. I swear, guys. Watch this. Watch Shiko's score. Up. Wait for it. Well, what do you know, Andy? Da-na-na. Oh, it's not even close. Susan's a way better shot. All right. Let me kill the sound here. And I'll do a little post-match analysis. Very well played by both players, actually. The biggest things I'm going to be harping on this a lot is the burst management, right? Don't burst when a combo is like more than halfway through. Like if you've already taken 2.9, if it's not going to kill you and you recover the burst during the combo, don't burst at that point. Avoid bursting in the air. Try to stay away from the passion burst, although like it is base to do it. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. I really wish the scores would register. That's bothering me. Okay, we all know. Just to be clear, Shiko did win that set, but it was extremely close. Anyway. Shiko also seems to have a good understanding of delay teching, but sometimes you can't get punished for it, right? So you got to be very careful. Like I think there were a couple times combos were extended against them, but that's a guessing game a lot of the time too. The only thing I would recommend Shiko try to do a little more aggressively is a lot of the times at the end of Tsubaki block strings, I don't know them. Like many things, I've heard of these things and I've seen them done to me. She can sneak in a little tiny charge at the end of a lot of things and still stay safe, right? And over time, it adds up to a lot, because one stock is worth quite a bit. The other thing with bursting, Tsubaki is, and Susan is actually like this as well, but Tsubaki is probably more important. Every character is probably preferential to overdrive versus burst, right? Because your gauge fills up faster, you have access to a super when you overdrive. But for Tsubaki, it's really big because her gauge, the stocks, fill up extremely fast when she's in overdrive. So it's not invalid to just throw a round start overdrive and get stocks. Actually, I see quite a few very skilled players do that. So just something to consider. Mr. Spear, I mean, I play against him and with him all the time in real life, so he probably doesn't need to hear me harping on things, especially when he's playing another different character. Again, the biggest one would just be the burst stuff, right? But yeah, he's a very skilled player. He doesn't need me to tell him what he's doing right and wrong here. If he decides to commit to Susanoo, I'd be very interested in seeing how that goes. But he's a pretty dedicated puppet character player, so I'm assuming at some point we're going to go back to boy shorts. Anyway, well played by everybody there. I'm going to go find my next match. How does one use the backdash correctly? Different characters, so this is a question from Zeno here. Different characters' backdashes work really differently. What is available for stream? Sorry, I can't think about two things at a time. It's totally impossible. So a lot of characters' backdashes have very short invulnerability windows. They're not safe like on wake up or anything. A lot of characters, yeah, you only use the backdash really for space, right? To try to produce whiffs. Some characters, though, the Murakumo units all have very good backdashes with a good deal of vulnerability, and they're very fast. And Taggers, which is very slow but has tons of invulnerability, can basically be used as reversals. Like his best anti-air is backdashing. So let me pull this matchup here. This is going to be Sai and Mouse. This is rough stuff for Sai. Sai exclusively getting horrific Tagger matchups. We've already seen Tagger, we know he's about. Now Mouse playing 9. 9 is a war criminal of a character as a Tagger player. This is one of the worst matchups I've ever seen in any fighting game. So what does 9 do? 9 is a really interesting character. Her buttons produce different elements when you use them to attack the opponent. And then when she hits the opponent, she gets stocks corresponding with that element. And when she produces the correct combinations, she can cast spells using her drive that have all kinds of crazy effects. There's a lot of them. You don't need to know a third of them. She only realistically uses 2 or 3 in the average round, sometimes a little bit more. But 9 is a very versatile character. She has enormous normals that are very hard to contest. They come out reasonably fast. They have good recovery. She has a DP, but she has to have an element, and then when she uses it, she has things tied to the element that she used. It's kind of hard to explain. We don't have time to go over all the details here now. All you need to know is she has big normals. They hit pretty hard, and then she creates currency with them that she spends to get special attacks. And then beyond that, her movement is kind of weird because she doesn't have any dashes. She just has teleports. And the teleports are invulnerable projectiles. They make her very slippery. On the downside with 9, her buttons are committal. So if you can overdrive through almost all the big ones and then punish her big time. She has a low health pool, and she's not a great infighter. So if a character like Naoto with a bunch of fast buttons is on her, you can just kind of bully her, especially if you can predict the DP. And if she has no elements to DPs, nothing happens. You can just really beat the piss out of her. Yes, remix this song. This matchup is horrific for Tagger. I've played it a lot though, so I have learned a little bit about how to navigate it. But it's very unpleasant. Okay. Let's get started. So I have no idea what their skill level is like with 9. Sledge and Vuln work here only against specific things, because a lot of her, her normals aren't projectiles. So Sledge does have a guard point if you charge it after, I think it's like 14 frames. That can be effective, but she can pretty easily hit it with the startup. Yeah, it's horrific. The Sledge does go through the rock, though. 9's most infamous spell is the rock. It's a very fast tracking overhead that will go... Oh, wait, no, I have played against 9 because I remember this skin for various reasons. Anyway, let's see how things go. Okay, aerial approach. Early burst from Mouse. Not unwise against Tagger. You don't want to get stuck in the blender, especially without resources. Okay, see how fast the Spark Bolt gauge is charging? Okay, we're going for Sledge. The other thing with B Sledge, the slower Sledge that Tagger does, is it's his fastest way to move forward. It has bad recovery, though, so yeah, if you miss, you're in trouble. And it's totally unsafe. Ooh, taking a chance here. Okay. Corner against 9. You know what? 360A solves a lot of problems. Let's see what the Okazeme here is going to be. Yay. So 9, that's her reversal super. Good way to get out of that. The Tagger player would have to predict that it was going to happen. I hate the Fire Stomp she has as well. Yeah, me too. I hate a lot of things that 9 does. I think this is one of the worst matchups I've ever seen in any fighting game. Oh, see, like, where do you burst there, you know? Now the follow-up. Okay, you can combo off that. I'm gonna have to teach Sai some tricks here. They're all easy. Like, obviously I play Tagger. You can't be that hard to play. Oh, nice with the stomps. Hey, okay, now we're in business. 9's in the blender. Has gauge. Oh, no! See, this is what's infuriating. So normally, that would have got just about anybody, right? But even though you saw Mouse was getting pulled in by the magnetism, when she's in mid-teleport, the magnetism no longer applies, right? So the timer for the hand being out for the Tagger Buster is counting down. It's very hard to grab her. The 9AI in Arcade was a genuine S-tier rage baiter? Yes. There's complicated reasons for that, right? It's that combination of having very long-reaching normals and tools for every circumstance that make it so if an AI is reading your inputs and reacting to what you want sometimes, the higher the difficulty is, the more often it will have like a perfect reaction to what you want, and it just is very easy for 9 to do that because the normals come out very quickly. That's such an annoying round start. Big combo! Okay, so as you can see, 9's ability to run away. Now this mirror, so you saw Sai was charging the Spark Bolt. The mirror deflects projectiles. So really, 9's got oh, good block. Now, that's the thing with 9 too. Like, you can block really well for a while, but eventually something happens. Okay, here we go. It begins. Does he know the corner loop? No. People's elbow. Okay, that was based. That was based. What'll it be? Oh no, I pushed the button. He was so close. Okay, he has Spark Bolt though. Oh no. Wow, get over here. That was awesome. Oh man, I love Tagger. Okay. Respectful play from Mouse here. Maintaining a safe distance, building up some stocks. I mean, Mouse doesn't have to rush anywhere in this matchup, right? Tagger is the one that has to display the initiative. You can play it safe and sit back and charge Spark Bolt, but once the 9 player knows you have Spark Bolt, they can just play differently and really keep it from doing anything, or just use the mirror. Oh no, that burst was saddening. That is what a typical 9 versus Tagger round looks like. Okay, round start. He's learning. He knows that Mouse likes that fire sweep. Good blocks. Man, that rock is so hard to block. See that? He hit the after image that she left behind. So obnoxious. 9 is a tremendous character. She's very interesting, like from a technical standpoint as well. Excuse me. Oh no, are we going to have another perfect here? Okay, there we go. Ooh. Got a big punish there with the Spark Bolt. Ooh, multiple counter hits there. Those all had combo potential, but there we go. Okay. I mean, not surprising, and I'm not going to say disappointing. I don't want to betray my biases. But that's a wrap for Sai. Had a good run. 2 horrific matchups thrown at him. So let's go to the post-match and stand by while I check for my next game. Okay, so I have a lot of advice that I can give Sai. This is the only character I really know how to play, but I don't want to sit here and gush about it. The approaches mostly made sense. A lot of it is just learning what you can do after certain things connect so you can continue pressure, right? Once you put people in the blender, once you get in with Tagger, more than with most characters, you absolutely have to continue to maintain that pressure, right? Your ability to win and lose goes entirely on guessing. And you can see he has the right instincts. That 6A, where Tagger pulled 9 all the way across the screen, that's the kind of stuff you have to gamble on with Tagger, so that was smart. Spark Bolt charge is strong in this match. Just use it. Because the biggest thing is it has upper body guard points, and a lot of 9's longest reaching attacks will bounce off the guard point, right? And it gives you your Spark Bolt, which is your best tool in this match. Well, one of your only tools, really. Other than that, you just have to learn the gimmicks. Tagger is a gimmick character. You win and lose based on your opponent's knowledge of the gimmicks. But like, well played. I kind of feel bad that you got those bad matchups. Whereas for Mouse, 9 is a character that I don't know a whole lot about playing, so I can't provide a whole lot of meaningful feedback, other than the fact that the early bursts with 9 are smart there. Because like I said, once you're in the blender, 9 is better at evading magnetism because of her backdash, right? The teleport backdash gives her not quite a free out against magnetism, but it's very close. So you did the right thing, basically. When you see Tagger and you feel like he's about to do something scary, just backdash. Very good use of the reversal super as well in the first game. That was really smart. 9 players sometimes forget that they have that because they have such a giant toolkit. And also, I mean, if it gets blocked, you eat shit, right? But it's one of those things you have to establish it or your opponent won't respect it. So it's a good idea to throw it out. That was definitely the right time. Otherwise, you have mastered the spells that matter the most, right? The Rock and the Fairy. Those are the ones that will carry you very far. I would say the next one you really want to try to integrate in your game, especially against Tagger, is that thing that goes along the ground, the seed, that looks like a tree thing that cycles along the ground twice. It's especially useful against Tagger because it hits low, and almost all Tagger's guard points and projectile invulnerability, foot property moves, low moves, will hit him out of those. So it's a very strong tool against Tagger. So I'm going to go see what our next matchup is here. These are 2 characters we haven't seen tonight. So, Torqued is playing Kokonoe, another war criminal character. So, Kokonoe is kind of hard to explain. She's a set play character for sure, and she's a resource management character. So, she has these things called gravitrons that she puts out with her drive. You'll see it looks like a little rotating cylinder that it appears on screen, and what it does, it attracts the opponent towards it. So it's kind of like, stand by, I have to resolve this immediately. Okay, Jen's got this locked up. Back to the pre-match because I want to keep these guys going. So Kokonoi lays out a Gravitron, and it constantly draws the opponent towards it. It's like Tagger's Magnetism, but much slower, but it's permanent, and it remains on the field. Well, not permanent. It remains on the field for a really long time. So it disrupts their movement, and then you can also deactivate it, and it pushes Kokonoi away, or whatever is on top of it, away from it quite violently. Kokonoi also has some of the best normals in the game. The 3C, she throws a little grappling hook out below her. It is no good. Well, no good for your opponent. It's really fast. It leads to good combos. It's just a really good button. She also has probably the best Okazeme in the game. She can create these fireballs that move towards where the Gravitron is, right? So you can make it home in on the opponent, and it just sits there and oppresses them. And she has a super called the Super Ball, appropriately, which she fires one of them big ones. It's a big fireball, and it like totally obscures the character, so you can't see what's going on. So it makes Kokonoi, who's already a very good mix-up character, into one where you can't see what she's doing. So it's kind of like a smoke screen. It's rough stuff. That's a good question. Which Animal Ear anime girl do you root for? Well, let's talk about Makoto, who Xeno is playing on the right. So Makoto, by comparison to Kokonoi, is a very straightforward character. Oh, another thing Kokonoi is going for is she has a little hitbox. Makoto is a rushdown character. There's not a whole lot else to her. She runs forward. She has good, fast, but very short range buttons that will hit you before you can hit her. She wants to mix you up. She has invulnerable DP. Once the ball's rolling with Makoto, it's time to be scared. If you can keep her out, there's very little she can do. She has a couple of moves that close gap, but they're all risky, and they require Makoto to guess. She can create this little energy orb that has projectile properties, and then she can punch it forward and create... it's like a fireball, but it's very useful to just create it and have it sit over the opponent on wake up, because they have to block them, essentially, or they will get hit by the fireball meaty. If they're in the corner, they can't roll away from it. So that's a very potent tool that she has. Xeno is one of the fastest improving players I've ever seen in these brackets. He hasn't been playing this for very long, and he's already very good. People say that Makoto is a low-tier character, and maybe Makoto is, but Zeng won one of the brackets playing Makoto. There's lots of very good Makoto players out there. It sounds like I'm talking a lot of shit about Makoto, but I lose to Makoto players all the time because I cannot react to the things that Makoto players can do in time. It's a very fast character, and something to watch for is Makoto's run speed on the ground is insane. So let's get into this game here. Start match, please. Yeah, Makoto players and Z names, that's a good question. I have... Weeb toast. I have never seen Torqued play, so... I have no idea how this is going to go. Kokonoi is generally considered a bit more of a technical character. I think at the entry level, she's no harder to play than anybody else. She does have some pretty tricky stuff once you've been playing for a while, though. Makoto is supposed to be a beginner-friendly character, and I guess you could say that she is. But you have to learn how to approach, and that's really difficult to do against a lot of cast in this game. Okay, here we go. We're definitely have some keep away versus rushdown classic action here. Okay, the combo routing is good. Traps. That was really smart. So as you can see there, Kokonoi can teleport, and I will always get hit by the teleport. Xeno, on the other hand, chose to just, you know what, I'll grab. That's an omnidirectional input. Doesn't matter which side she's on. That was real smart. Okay, now here we go. Cornered. Little late burst into the combo. Uh-oh. That was a misinput. Could have paid dearly for that. Okay, corner pressure's coming. Good defense, good patience. That wrench is... Oh, I don't like it. People tell me just listen for when the little whooshing sound occurs, right? Yeah, I guess I could try. Oh, that was mad disrespectful explosion after the knockout. Okay, so as you can see, that... Oh, boy. Oh, neither player got much off that. So when you saw Makoto split into 3 copies there, that's one of her approach tools, right? There's a real Makoto in one of those clones. The problem is she has no invulnerability in particular to speak of during that, right? So she is guessing, and it's risky. Okay, the setup fired a little early there. So as you saw the little lightning thing there, Kokonoi can place like a landmine. This is the Super Bowl. You have to know very specific counters to avoid getting hit by that on the way down if you block it on the way up. It's one of the best supers in the game. It's very obnoxious. Ooh, cross up with the hammer. Classic Kokonoi action. She's got so many tools. So it's There's a lot of matchup knowledge that goes along with playing against Kokonoe, right? Like, at what distance can she hit you with the 3C grappling hook? How does the ball work? Because not everybody sees her that. I don't think she's a super common character. Right? I don't see her all that often. She was very busted in Chrono Phantasma, yes, but that was also when Tagger was his best, so I was alright with it. Okay, so there's a Graviton. Now this move is really plus for some reason. So Xeno got counter hit there, right? I cannot explain why that spinny thing is plus. Okay, so that was an Exceed Excel. That's a super you only have access to when you use Overdrive. And now you can see if you look at the burst gauge under Xeno's character portrait, it's swirly purple. That means it's recovering really fast and he's doing extra damage. It's a really good thing to have. Good block, patient, nice, mashed out at the right moment. Smart. Okay, so that's a big thing with Makoto. When she created that little spirit energy ball, doing that preemptively and placing it in front of you as kind of, think of Urian's Aegis Reflector, right? It limits your opponent's approach and movement options. Very strong play. Makoto corner pressure is not nice. Xeno is very good at it. As you can see, health bar deletes. Okay. Ooh. Surprising. I don't know if she can combo off that. Okay, the corner. This could be big damage. Nice. I know that Xeno's been working on some like esoteric combo routes as well. So there we go. 3.5. Very respectable damage. Ooh, I don't know if that's her. Makoto has one of the strangest moves in the game, where it's like an unblockable low that you have to block mid that crushes guard. I can never remember the name. It's very strange. Ooh, Exceed Excel? Did she have active flow beforehand? Yes, that does. So, if you have active flow when you use the Exceed Excel, the animation's extended. I'm thinking of Serious Jolt. Thank you. And it does a lot more damage, like a lot more. Both players up 1. First 2. And that was looking very potent on Xeno's end. So that is one thing with Kokonoe. She doesn't have like an easy escape defensive option. She needs meter for the Super Bowl. That is, that's one of the best reversals out there. But if she doesn't have that, then you're guessing, right? I guess you're just like most characters then. What a horrible fate. Okay, and corner. The wrench overhead. Yeah, burst. Okay, so watch. There we go. Good. That's an excellent counter to the... I have no idea what that move is called. Where Makoto does... Sorry, Kokonoe does the spinny gimmick. Good blocks. Now, the wrench is short range, but Kokonoe has a lot of very good air approaches as well. Okay. Ooh. So I guess he was just letting the Gravitron run out there and waiting for the ball. Oh, good block. That's hard to block. Oh no! This is so much damage. Oh, never mind. I didn't get the whole thing. I guess because of the air. Okay, smart. Mars Chopper. Ooh, the cancel. Here we go. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here because... So I've played a lot with Xeno over time, and I'm watching... Oh no! The reversal. There it is. That's the reversal I was discussing. I'm getting to see him integrate the tools that we discuss for improvement, right? I'm sure it's very rewarding on his end as well. See, that was really smart. Ooh, frame trap? Oh, no. I'm trying not to sound biased here, but I have no idea who... I don't know anything about Torqued here. Other than the fact that they're, like, very good Kokonoe player. As I said, the combo routing, right, is very good. I'm not seeing a whole lot of droppage. Ooh, got the American reset on that one. You'd love to see it. Now, Coco... Oh, okay. Coco goes for the burst. Ooh, was that just the tip of the hammer? That was really nice spacing. Okay, now this won't kill. But both players are in one-touch territory. This could be it. Super Ball is available. Did go for it. Wow. I haven't seen that move in... Oh! I haven't seen that weird teleport grab move in a really, really long time. That one's going to need some splaining. So, when Kokonoe uses that move, it creates these 2 little points, and when you fall into one, which pulls you in very strongly, it's very attractive to the character, You appear in the air above the other one, and then you just deadfall, right? So she can kind of do whatever she wants. It's unblockable, obviously. It's kind of like a grab thing. I'm not sure how to describe it. Anyway, the problem is it doesn't work very well against most of the cast. Now, if you're cornered like that and you're not sure what's going on, it will probably work. Yeah. On the other hand, against Tagger, it's very, very good because he can't get away from it. You can't... It doesn't lead to much, though, right? I think the damage scaling after it touches you is pretty high. So it's a good way to end a round, I guess, like in that situation. So in which case, that was excellent awareness. Yeah, that was very well played by both players. That was a nail-biter. Oh, and these guys are... We're still looking at winners matchups now. As you can see, Tournament Stream Helper is refusing to accept that Torqued did win that matchup. But yeah, those are both very skilled players there. I'm going to go see what our next matchup is. Stand by for just a moment. Okay, we're back, and we've got our next match already on deck. Thanks, Jen. Let's peep it. That one wasn't a technical difficulty. That was just me finding the match. Okay. Shiko. Hollow. They kind of sound similar, but these characters are nothing like Hollow. A returning Layer 1 soldier. Again, one of our prodigal sons. Hopefully on the rampage through the bracket. This is our first time seeing Rachel, so let's do a quick explanation. Does she just look like a lolly goth? Yes. Don't let appearances deceive you. First of all, she's 3 characters, not just 1. The parasol is a cat thing that become other things. And then the little floating imp can get bigger and smaller and do all kinds of other stuff. Rachel's gimmick is that she has a gauge above her super, and every time she activates it, the wind starts blowing, and Rachel manipulates direction it blows in. This might not sound like very much. Ooh, no, not the wind. The problem is, it's a very potent wind, and Rachel's really light. So it blows her around really far, especially if she's in the air, especially because she's wearing that frilly dress, and it's like wearing a parasol, right? Or a windsurfing equipment, a squirrel suit. No, that's not what it's called. A wingsuit that makes you like a flying squirrel. So she can fly all over the screen. Her mobility is already very good, but with the wind, she can actually basically access heights of the screen that most characters can't possibly contest. And then she can still shoot projectiles at you. Her projectiles become traps. She can summon lightning over them. You'll see they become lightning rods, all kinds of stuff. She basically throws a variety of animals at you, including George the Frog, who is a menace. George is a landmine. He looks like a frog. He moves very slowly until the wind blows him along his belly, and it has a very funny little animation where he's sliding going, whee! But if he gets close to you, he, like as many frogs do, he emits a ton of electricity. And if that touches you, you become damaged. It has very long hit stun, and Rachel can combo you. Rachel has very powerful mix-ups, tons of instant air dash, instant overhead combo starters. She's one of the most potent characters in the game for a reason. She is strong at every level of play. Shiko, we've already seen, is playing a very nice Tsubaki, and we know what they're about, so let's just get things started here. Hello, Shiko. Oop, I thought we were going. There we go. All right. I don't really know how this matchup, quote-unquote, goes in the consensus. I would assume it's advantaged for Rachel, but that's because most matchups are. But I don't imagine it's especially bad for Tsubaki. She has good mobility tools, multiple air stalls, her ground run is reasonably fast, and she has projectiles that she can use to contest Rachel's. Now, something Rachel's... When she launches these little seeds that create the lightning rods, I don't know what the hell to call these things. If you hit them with another projectile, they almost always just tank the other projectile and carry on. There's George! Nice. That was okay. Good way to deal with him is just beat on Rachel. Ooh, the run under. Okay, so the cat chair. It's not quite a reversal, but it might as well be. Now, as you can see, if Rachel gets hit, George goes away, so you don't have to worry about him as much. Now, it sounds like we've just been talking George up, and he's not really all that scary. Now, we've seen Shiko with the corner. Oh, that was a good delayed tech by Hollow there. So, as you saw, Hollow didn't get up right away and recover off the ground and delayed and then waited till she goes in the air and then rolled under and escaped the corner. Very smart play. Ooh, that was a risky run in there. Is it over? No, Shiko doesn't have enough gauge. It's close, though. Wow, ran right under it. Okay, you know what? Let's just back to back, literally and figuratively. Wow, see, I was talking about Tsubaki's mobility, right? Don't underestimate. She's very fast on the ground. Her air dash isn't super sleek. Ooh, good guess at the start there. Okay, we're guessing right repeatedly. Watch for George. Oh, he's gonzo. Shiko knows what is going on here. The beatdown. Putting Hall on the back foot. The mix of grabs, highs, lows, it's all there. But this is what we were talking about, right? Tsubaki is a very complete, if traditional character. She has access to every tool. She can use them all quite well. If she has charges, they're more potent. This combo routing is looking like flames. Rachel a little short on options against jump-ins with no meter as well. Gonna force the guess here. Okay. Now can Hollow get the offense rolling? Not really. Forced to back off. But never discount the power of Rachel. Miracles can happen here. But I think Shiko is quite familiar with Rachel's abilities here. It looks like he knows how to evade the... good blocks there, too. Wow. So as you can see, when Rachel is... when she uses the wind, she can leave the ground very quickly and instant overhead, right? It's very hard to block her. Oh, is this it? Ooh, a little drop there. That was surprising. Okay, backed off. Let George go to work. This is one-touch territory for sure. Ooh, oh my goodness, the interdiction with the 5A. Okay, I said it was one touch, but we're up to 3 touches now. This mobility is... Oh, interesting. Okay, we got the banana projectiles. Oh! Oh, wow! That was so close. Yes, Rachel does build meter quick, both the super meter and the wind gauge. It recovers very quickly, and that one I cannot explain from a balance perspective. Oh, let you washed. Don't count on it. You saw how close that was to a massive comeback. Ooh, interesting round start choices from both players there. Yeah, Shiko's not throwing a whole lot of charges, although you know what? You can't really afford to let Rachel run away, right? So you kind of have to be on her all the time. You can't do that, like, float and let the book sing thing like you can against some of the other characters. You got to stay on her. She's very slippery. Oh, knocked out George with the sliding kick there. Ooh, risky, and I don't know if that was a drop. Hollow dropping the throw combos there. So that super does the one where Rachel just throws all that crap at you while she's in the air. More stuff comes out if she has more wind stocks. But the biggest thing is it takes a while to resolve. Your opponent has to block. And during that time, Rachel can recover wind stocks. Oh, forward rolled and paid the price. Risky. That's an expert on being washed. If you never had it like me, you can't be accused of being washed. It's great. Okay, this is a very bad situation for Hollow. Cornered by a murderous Tsubaki who's just wilding out. Yeah, I would have burst there too. Just get out of the corner. Lots of wind gauge. Okay, with the cat chair, anything's possible. Okay, we went for a momentum burst there and it did not pan out. Good awareness on the position change. Throwing George out to maintain the Okazeme situation. Oh, wow, good. The reflexes. Okay. See how quickly Rachel recovers from that, too? Like, she threw that super... Oh, I think this is it. Does Shiko know a good throw combo? Oh, my goodness! Okay. Gee willikers. Wow, Shiko looking extremely threatening here. No... Oh, this is a winner semifinals. They're done. They're too passionate. This sometimes happens. Let's just go to the post-match analysis and let them sort that out between them. Yeah, they were popping off, and that's continuing. Now, criticisms on how to play. Oh, yeah, okay, coming from me, like, as we just saw Shiko looking pretty dominant there, actually. Although, we saw the comeback factor with Hollow as well. So I think we can all impart a lesson from films like Coach Carter, and that you should never give up. That story was based on true courage. But yeah, I mean, I can't really criticize anything that Shiko's doing. Other than, one thing I will say is there's a lot of combo extending with RCs, rapid cancels, that costs 50 meter, right? and it's not necessarily creating a lot of damage. Sometimes you're getting good positioning off of it, but there have been a couple times where I've thought like, oh, I think Shiko probably could have killed if they had just kept the meter and followed a traditional route. Is because of the combo scaling math, right? When you hit somebody with a weaker move, the combo scaling is more aggressive. Anyway, the longer the combo goes on, the less damage each move does after it. And canceling makes the scaling even more aggressive. So just something to be aware of, like maybe a little bit more careful. But I mean, you know, my criticism's not carrying a whole lot of weight here. Whereas Hollow, I'm gonna chalk some of this up to Rust. I'm gonna guess that Hollow's back because of the new character announcement. Because there were some drops there that felt uncharacteristic, to be honest with you. So I think just getting back in the saddle. This might be like the first games that Hollow's played since last saw them in a bracket months ago. So, and it's always good to see Rachel. You know, I say that despite losing to Rachel constantly. But anyway, I'm gonna go find out what our next matchup is here. Because these guys they're still just slugging it out. Shiko is staying in the room, and Torqued is going to join us. Oh. Why is it pretending to not recognize Shiko? That's rude. That is unbelievably rude. Let me see why that is happening. But anyway, this is the matchup. You can see here. This is winners finals too, so first of three. We've seen both these characters very recently, and we both know these are very skilled players, so let's just get into it. Yeah, both these players have been very impressive piloting their respective characters. I think we're making very good progress on the bracket here. Swap teams. I'm looking forward to this one. This is another match. I have no idea who wins this. Tsubaki's just like well-rounded, right? Whereas Kokonoi is very degenerate. So I'm not sure who would, you know, what the consensus is. But Tsubaki, because she's well-rounded, like she has the ability to do a little bit of everything. I think she has the tools to get past a lot of what Kokonoi does. Especially Shiko. I don't know what kind of controller they're playing on, but their ability to instant air dash. Oh no. Too much ore farming. You know, it can happen to you. Their ability to like instant air dash, very low to the ground, is very impressive. Oh, they held that overhead so long there and timed that really well. Oh, corner beat down. Blue beat. Uh-oh. We're in trouble. Oh, boy. Will she go burst? I hope not. Okay, good. Held the burst. Okay, we're getting a little bit of offense here from Shiko. Finally, some signs of life. Oh, a backwards roll in the corner, but went unpunished. Okay, this is looking like an all-offense matchup on either side once one person gets the advantage. Oh, I really like that hit confirm off the slow-moving fireball. That's very smart play. Now, unless magic happens here... Oh, my goodness. Oh, I was going to say, I think Weebtoast is probably going to hold the burst, but then... Maybe the feelings got the better... Oh, that move is plus for some reason. Okay. DP went for the overhead, but no dice. Reversal super, good damage off this as well. Anytime Kokonoi has 50 meter, you just kind of have to respect her on wake up. If you can bait that though, you have to know a specific punish for every character basically, because the ball will come down while you're doing your punish, right? But yeah, if you know it, yeah, it's very rewarding. Okay, very early burst coming out here, so we're unlikely to see Shiko get that back, unless there's sort of some active flow shenanigans if the round goes on a real long time. Good conversion, wow. Both these players are very like technically proficient. You don't tend to see a whole lot of dropped combos. There's not a lot of spaghetti on the floor after these guys play. Oh no, that spinny move, that carousel of horror. Ooh, was pulled by the gravitron there. There we go. Okay, charging up some stocks, keeping him in the chamber. I think got frame trapped there. She goes conservative with the DP, but does throw it out. Maybe waiting to have enough meter to cancel it if it goes sideways. Look at see, patience was rewarded though, right? I mean, wake up and block is a pretty strong option, especially if you have the reflexes to be able to tech throws, normal throws. I keep hearing that window is generous in this game, but I think that's... Wow! I didn't think that was going to work. Okay, we could have some big damage here. Okay, 50 meter all around. It's over. So, even though Shiko has burst, now because Kokonoe is... Okay, I spoke too soon. Even though Kokonoe is... What? Oh, that's what I was talking about. The Super Ball comes back down. So I didn't think Shiko was going to survive that there. But when you overdrive, your opponent's burst is sealed. Okay, Torqued going up 1. Now remember, this is winner's finals. So this is first to 3. Now, unfortunately, whoever wins this kind of has to sit around for a while and wait for the loser side to catch up. I generally encourage the winner to like keep playing against other people at that time, just to stay warm. There's probably some Layer 1 soldiers who will play with you. Going in hard. Okay, spicy start here for Kokonoe. Nice DP. That was real nice. Wow! Outstanding reaction to that move there. So Kokonoe's wrench is, quote-unquote, a little bit slow, right? Just grab her out of it and then throw her into the corner. What an outstanding solution to that problem. God damn, Shiko. Put in work. What's the Super Ball punish? Okay. Well, at least she can get burned with the whole thing. There's a video out there that I should probably post in the Layer 1 Discord that shows you how to punish the Super Ball with every character. Okay, both characters have meter. Tsubaki with 1 stock. Torqued's not a heavy Gravitron user, often ending rounds with quite a few left in reserve. Low life burst there, hero burst. Ooh, put it all on the line with that enhanced special. Super Ball, button was being pushed. What an incredible... That move just does everything. Oh, Jossum in the chat was cracking. I haven't seen Jossum in a while. Okay, trying to maintain the pressure. Going for some staggers, which I really like. These, I'm going to guess both these players play other fighting games, because I'm seeing some pretty advanced techniques. Okay, that was a momentum burst there, right? Just trying to keep her in the corner. Now, unfortunately, had the opportunity to throw her into the other corner with that throw there. Could have reversed direction, but then did not. Okay, watch for the Super Ball. Yes. Now, what's the punish? That's not it. It's so specific. Even chip damage will do it here, so Kokonoe is going to have to use barrier, basically, at all times. Which opens up the door to TRMs, right? Throw rejects. This is plus. These are not the things that you normally expect Layer 1 players to know, though, right? Like brand new players to know, like the specific frame data on certain moves. Oh, is this it? Oh my goodness, we're down to the wire. Oh man. That was a very impressive comeback round. Holy moly, Torqued. Put in work with that Kokonoe. She's so scary. What are the dots above her eyebrows supposed to be? She's got 2 eyebrows. Like, over each eye. I guess we all have 2 eyebrows for the most part. Yes, she is a menace. No, talk about menacing, though. Look at this round start. Shiko putting in work. Where's that health bar going? Okay. We're not quite 10 seconds in. Oh my goodness. Shiko playing with rage in their heart. They've had enough of this. I thought that was going to be it. Never mind. Maybe it was just taking a moment to style. Yeah, I'm seeing the hunger, and I like it. Hearts on fire, strong desire, etc., etc. We all know the Rocky IV soundtrack. That overhead that I can't block. 100% of the time, it works every time. Okay, Shiko holding the burst, though. Smart. Because the other reason to hold the burst is you can threaten overdrive, right? And that can get you out of all kinds of situations. Like a wake-up overdrive in the corner against Okazeme is a spicy meatball. So now at this point, you just hold the burst till the next round, unless you're making a miraculous comeback, which never counted out. That move. I mean, I'm wrapped. Oh, look at these cancels, too. We don't end moves in the minus, okay? Okay. How will we end this? Projectile? Ooh. One-touch territory. Now that is peak momentum burst right there. Full health, smallish hit. You know what? No. I like my health bar too much. I'm holding on to as much as I can. That grappling hook is... Okay, that was the first time I ever noticed that Kokonoe's hammer has little smiley cat faces on both sides of it. I'm seeing the tears of time. I wish I could focus this much on games when I'm playing. So see that? She held the hammer and was just spinning it or farming, but after there's a second hit, right? So you can use that to catch delayed techs. Very smart. Oh boy. See, it was forced to respect that. But Shiko still has meter. Many things are possible with just that. Counter assault, etc. Can get you out of a tricky situation. Well, this is some big damage off that counter hit start. That was a very risky charge there. Delayed second overhead. Okay. Didn't try to contest it that time. Smart. Oh boy. Shiko still has 50 meter even after that cancel. And Weeb Toast is about to get the burst back. Wow, super respectful but smart. Okay, the overdrive's gone, so now Shiko has the burst back. The second Shiko gets touched, it's burst time. Or not. Oh my god. Wow. That was very impressive by both players. Gee whiz. Just barely caught them with the wrench, yes. Okay. Well, both these players are better than me, so I don't really have any meaningful criticism to ask for it. Let me just let me just see what the next match is going to be. Okay, we did the winners finals, so now we do loser semifinals. You know what? Let's have a look at the bracket. Let's see if the fancy graphics work. Now, this has never worked, but let's see if it works this time. No. God damn it. It's never worked. Anyway. Okay, you know what? Ghetto Vision goggles activate. Here we go. Okay. What are we looking at here? Oh, never mind. We just advanced to the next match here. So we have Zeno Hartfeld playing against Hollow with Rachel. Ooh, okay. This is a funsy matchup for Makoto, let me tell you. Let me invite these guys in the room. So we've spoken about both of these characters. The viewers, and they are viewers, should know who they are. So let's just talk about the matchup. Now, to those in the chat that aren't familiar, just hazard a guess about whom you think this matchup favors, knowing what we know. I'm going to give you a couple seconds to offer some answers, but hopefully nobody gets too creative. Oh, nice. Makoto with the beret on. This matchup favors... That is an excellent answer. Yes, it does favor George strongly. But yes, this is a very difficult matchup for Makoto. Mostly because Rachel can just get away, right? Like, just run off when she's actually threatened by Makoto. Something, though, that Makoto does have to her advantage here is her DP is extremely high vertically, right? So if Rachel is going for her kind of runaway shenanigans and she just used the wind gust up, Makoto, I'm pretty sure, I think I've seen this happen, that's why I remember it, because I was blown away by it, will actually catch her if she DPs while she's doing a vertical escape. Okay. Right off the bat, Zeno going in, not bothering to be very respectful because they know there's... You got to get in now. You got to get in early and often. DP established. I like that a lot. George on the ground. See, that's That's some of that nasty action with Rachel, though, right? You can put George on the ground. He's super low, and then if Rachel jumps, the camera obscures his position. Oh, the falling drill. That move used to be godlike. They nerfed it very badly. DP, extremely established, and you love to see it. Now, corner carry. RC, this is what I was talking about. Xeno's been putting in tons of work on the technical side. Schedule's not super conducive. Hollow, good with the RC. That's smart. Rachel still on the ground. Oh, burst. Oh my god. The frog. This matchup does favor George. I was expecting a DP there. Okay, good block. Yeah, just let it rock. Watch out for the frog. Instant overhead. Now, damage won't be great off that, but the Okazeme situation will be. Not enough meter to go for a kill here. On the other hand, that'll do it. It happens to the best of us. Oh! The crumple hit there. Okay, now we're just flying around the screen here, both characters. Oh no, the frog Okazeme too much. Okay, so see that coffin with the little bats? So when you are near those bats and they're affected by the wind, it saps your health. So it just provides bonus damage. Oh, good throw tech there. That was also, Hollow was on some nasty shit there because between the lightning and the bats and everything and the hit sparks, it was actually hard to see what was happening, right? Use that kind of smoke screen to your advantage if you can, if your character can do that. Ooh, very aggressive burst there. Oh no, charge! Okay, Xeno with the last second burst. The lightning, just from above. This is certainly... Oh, sorry. Wrong score provided. I gotta swap this whole enterprise here. Okay. That did not look hopeless by any means for Xeno there. Oh, wow. Okay. These players are already learning what each other like to do. So we've seen Xeno with an aggressive round start every time. That time just went for the cat share. Good start. On the other hand, Xeno with mash. Xeno fearless, DPs, mashes. We got it all. It's offense time all the time. You know, I say that, but his defense is quite good as well. His blocks. Okay. The roll through. Oh, smart. Staying away from the corner. You don't need to corner yourself. Oh, right through. I don't see that super too often. Oh, wow. Intercepted in the air with that. Okay, Xeno with a momentum burst there. Look at this mix. The tick throw. Reset. And it's over. The Zeng fans still in the chat. The Z-name Makoto throne his torch has been passed on. Xeno doing it justice here too, putting in work. 3.5. Will it just keep going? Yes. And the escape. That is like it's so hard to stop that. Ooh, first butt drop. Okay, positioning burst. Not much payoff though. I think Xeno was going for a reset there, but Hollow wisely just decided to play defense. George just tanked that energy ball. I think George has like 600 health. See? He just did it again! Oh no. You're in the creature vortex. I think this is it. Round, but you see, right, once Rachel can just kind of flood the zone with her bullshit, and it's hard to get through with any character, and Makoto unfortunately doesn't have any like particularly useful tools there. I can't believe that he tanks that spirit ball. I thought that thing did pretty decent damage. We are zooming. Okay, the juggles. The precise timing on these is very nice. Oh, you're not going to win any kind of projectile placement war. Okay, now smart. Okay, good. Man, Xeno is something I love about watching Xeno play is Xeno is totally unafraid to just push buttons, right? Which is something you have to do. People like me, you get in your own head, you get scared about what the other person is going to do, and then you do nothing, and then you can only block for so long. Okay, smart burst there. Blocked George. Counter assault to put him in the corner. Oh, no. The delay tech there threw things off. I was going to say, I don't think this is quite it. Okay, so now what's Hollow's option here? This is down to the wire. Zeno has 50 meter. A lot can happen with 50 meter in Makoto. We'll go for the big charge. Oh my god, the patience paid off with the low. That was very impressive. Okay, things are even... And this is only loser semifinals, right? Like, man, we're going hard here. We're taking a moment for a breather. I need a breather after that. Very exciting match. The contrast in styles, right? That's what makes matchups interesting. Okay, Makoto going through the goth phase. I like it. I respect it. A little bit of a scramble situazione there. Good blocks. Using the barrier to push out. Zeno ending a little early there, though, to go for the reset, and it worked. And now the corner pressure. Now, will Hollow roll to the corner? No, there's been a lot of that. Very nice. So something Makoto does have, even though it's very short, kind of like her DP actually, but it's very vertical, is she has an excellent, I think it's a 6A, like a standing uppercut anti-air. Man, that move's very effective for slapping down air approaches. Oh, Hollow has become a sniper with that vertical super there. Wow. Oh, the big punch, no dice. And will George even get hit? No. Oh, no! George slides under it! George! Why are things this way? Smart. Okay, there we go. That time, there was prediction on prediction. We're playing at layer 3 at a minimum at this point. Look at this combo. Look at this conversion. Oh, rolled out of the corner. Oh, no! Oh! Hollow's gotten away with robbery on those rolls out of the corner. Wow, smart. Neutral jump to intercept the escape there. Look at this. Heat-seeking. The screen is scrolling so fast. Zeno wants that ass. Oh, and then gave that. Good block. Wow. These players are hungry for it. Stickers on the line. That was a funny interaction. Oh, I thought that might have been it. Wow! Diving punches! The cameraman is sweating trying to follow these guys. We're down to the wire. Match point for both players. Okay, Zeno with the burst advantage here, but Hollow will get it back this round, I think. Now, oh, I think that was... I don't know if that was a drop or an American reset attempt. Oh, went for the parry. We're breaking out the funky stuff now. Getting deep into the bag of tricks. Oh, good placement on that. And the blocks. How long can you block? The side switch. That's an unblockable for me. Okay, now we're devolving into single hits. George in play. Look at all this gibberish on the field. Whoa! So much stuff. Can Zeno enforce the no-fly zone? Negative penalty. Okay, smart burst there. I would have burst too. Wow, good defense. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was so close. Could have gone either way. My goodness gracious. But Hollow takes it. Skin of the teeth. Extremely competitive matchup. Incredible clash of styles. That's what we like to see here at Layer 1. Quick, go to the post-match analysis. Everyone was entertained by that one, I'm assuming. Oh my god. That what was it? The second game there, where Zeno was just running so fast to keep up with Rachel. That was outstanding stuff by both players. Wow, I'm very impressed, and I believe we already have our next match ready to go here. Yeah, we're going to our losers finals here. Man, we are motoring. Yes, I agree. Xena will be back as the flying squirrel. Okay. So now we've got Hollow, kind of rhyming again, and Shiko for our next matchup here. Just wait for Shiko to get out of the room. Did we? I don't know why I feel like no, we didn't see this before, did we? You know what? The bracket's small, and it's gonna take me forever to find anything in here. But man, yeah, that was Kino. Okay, so Shiko's in the room. Fight, fight, fight. And switch up the teams. Okay. So losers finals, first to 3. I look forward to the VOD. I have bad news on that front. There was already an issue with it while it was recording. Part of it's going to be corrupted. Don't worry about it. I can pull it off Twitch. It just won't be as high quality. The back half will be fine. Anyway. Nah, it'll be fine. Like I said, I can just pull it off Twitch. I'll edit it together and it'll be seamless-ish. Meanwhile, Shiko going in, merciless. Are Hollow's hands tired after all that chicanery in the last matchup? I hope not. You need all that stamina to follow through here. Wow, we're making extremely good time on this bracket. Shiko slicing and dicing. Oh my god. I'm sorry, my mouse is on the screen there. Okay. I don't know if Hollow has any real experience playing at Tsubaki as well, right? So it'd be kind of hard to know, because you have to know what her attacks look like. They're not... Yeah, they don't all... Went for the preemptive drill knowing the chase would come in. It was just a little short. Okay, let's place bets in the chat here. What other fighting game does Shiko play? I'm gonna guess Type Lumina. Uni also good. I'm guessing something with rebeats. If after the dive, Shiko could do more, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure without canceling, the dive is a combo ender. I'm pretty sure. Having been hit by it a lot, and then usually there's no extension. Man. I think I've kind of underrated Tsubaki's like run speed on the ground. She's really, really fast. Oh, this could be big. So yeah, I probably would have burst there as well. Oh, good catch here. All right, here we go. Hollow bringing it back. Just need a minute to collect themselves. Just so much ruthless aggression. You can be shell-shocked by it. Throw a combo, set up the Oki. Where you going? Nowhere. The corner's where you belong. Or is it? Uh-oh. We got all kinds of fancy stuff coming out here. I'm a dedicated Tsubaki hater. Who's hating Sue? Oh, this is treacherous for Rachel. No meter in the corner. Shiko with meter. No burst is going to happen here either. It was looking so promising. And it still could be. This is firmly one hit. Well, there we go. One hit. Oh, a little national pride on the line here. That's right. Oh, nice little neutral, a little elegant falling combo there from Rachel. So I'm noticing it's definitely neither of these characters are doing like huge damage in chunks, right? It's a lot of interactions to win here, it seems like. Oh, it's just short of the parasol attack. Because, yeah, we're not seeing a lot of stock building by Shiko. But on the other hand, Shiko is just playing very aggressively, right? So I guess there's not a lot of time to sit around and dilly-dally with the paperwork required to build stocks. And it is paperwork. Oh, nice. Forcing the burst out. Okay, this is looking pretty good for Hollow. 50 meter, no burst on deck. Yeah, get your wind stocks back. And some randoms. Oh, did the rock and roll knee slide there? Oh, it's... Oh no! Oh, that should have been it for sure. I thought we were going to see a monster fatal hit combo there. Nice. Just with the tip of the wing there. Oh, Rachel is so cool. Yeah, she has so many interesting abilities. I prefer spectating it versus... Actually, I kind of like playing against Rachel. It's one of those matchups where I played it enough that now I'm not good at it, but I actually kind of enjoy like navigating, trying to catch her. The dopamine rush you get when you finally do catch her is insane. It's like Arakune. Same thing. Okay. We're hopping and bopping here. Shiko playing their game. Oh no, Hollow put themselves in the corner. This is maximum treachery. Oh, sorry. We're 1-1 score here. There we go. Put her back in the corner. With the backhand slap, too. Disrespect level 10,000. Nice block. Okay, counter assault. So, for Rachel, the counter assault is more valuable than for a lot of other characters, right? Because she has a big hitboxes. Hitboxes, whatever the hell. You know what I'm talking about. Everything used to be called hitboxes, but anyway, enough old man venting. Let's not get started on that. So, Rachel's body is actually big, despite her being kind of small, right? And she doesn't have, like, a reliable reversal. The cat share is, you know, it's whatever. It's not nearly as good as it used to be. So counter assault is a good option for her, because it also puts the opponent very far away, which is often where Rachel wants them to be, so she can, again, flood the zone, right? And just put it all over creatures. Like, for example, there we go. Georgie. He's doing his Thug Thizzle. Oh, Speed, gee, Hollow doing their Thug Thizzle here, too. Shiko, no options here. There we go, counter assault. That was one way to get out of that very sticky situation. Shiko is ready for that super. Good start. And we're back to the corner. The wind's looking a little low, though. Oh, caught by the second half. So Tsubaki has whiff cancels for some of her normals, which makes it, you know, it's deceptive, right? You think, okay, I blocked that. Or did you? No, there's a second act. Good roll to the corner there. Oh, this is it. Very nice. That's a good point from Willow there. Yeah, intercepted by the cat chair. Tsubaki has a lot of Rachel has a lot of like very potent tools to be obnoxious to play against, but she's not easy to play by any means, right? You have to coordinate like your wind and all your silly. You have to keep track of where all your silly little tools are on the board, and it's just like from a technical standpoint with the inputs, she's not easy to play. Stand up and grab, don't mind if I do. And now you are the one in the corner. The bats, okay. This is way more damage than the little thing says, because the bats, when they're in play, they're also sapping health. Look at all that red health in Tsubaki's health bar. Now, are we about to turn the tables here? Very possibly. A nice, easy 3.2, no problem. Shiko deadly with those jump-ins as well. On the other hand, overdrive. Now, the wind gauge will recover very, like, fast, and you can use it here, right? Quite literally. One touch. That was not the super I was expecting. Uh-oh. Is it over? Oh my god! Shiko full bars, here we go. The bananas. Just do it again. Oh my god. Oh my god, the defense by both players, so impressive. That was incredible. Hollow blocking after going over the head with that wind instant overhead. I would have gotten clipped there for sure. Okay, it was looking like it was going to be all Shiko, but we see Hollow bring it back. But this is still very much anybody's game here. Well, that one hits twice. There's another one of Tsubaki's two-parters. George, less of a factor in this matchup, it seems like. Okay. And this is about as bad as the situation can be. Tsubaki, though, always has the DP option, right? Or you just be patient. Just block. Now, the barrier gauge is going down, though, and if that goes all the way down, so you lose access to barrier for a while as it recharges, and you go into danger state, you take extra damage. Doesn't look like that's going to be a factor anymore, though, as we're climbing Tsubaki's ladder here all the way back to the corner. Oh, yeah, we got some gauge here. Went for an RC. Again, I don't think that's going to be like... I don't know, this is looking like a pretty good chunk of damage here. Okay, that was a smart counter assault. Just don't want to be dealing with that kind of static. Oh, good chicken block there. Another counter assault. Just dispensing them. Nice. Well played by Shiko. Oh my goodness. These guys are going hard. Also, this is the point where my voice starts to go. Yeah, 2 hours. See how the Lobelia bounced off the projectile? I'm a hater. I think Spark Bolt needs it at least. There we go. I was going to say, Hollow's got to get creative with these corner setups, because just deploying George and then throwing mids is not doing it. Shiko's shown the nerve, right? Purple throat. Now that's the mix no one sees coming. Okay, the bats are in play. Hollow, a.k.a. the real Batman. Oh, nice! No chance to burst there. Would have held it anyway. Look at that life advantage. That was an excellent zap. Now, if you want to get in on this kind of scintillating action instead of just watching, and you're a new player, which I'm sure that was very smart evasion there. I'm surprised there's no punish. I just dropped the link to our Discord in the chat. You should probably check that out. The best new player BlazBlue Central Fiction community on the internet. And man, these guys are not looking like new players here. This is layer 4 or 5 gameplay at a minimum. It's so funny the way she just runs into that thing with her face. You can tell the quality of my commentary degrading to laughing about people getting hit in the groin by footballs as it gets later, past my bedtime. Oh, that's huge. Wait, that overhead is a fatal starter? Gee willikers. Okay, Rachel recovers quick. Okay, so because Rachel had a couple wind stocks there, like I was talking about earlier, that super throws more crap when you have wind stocks, and there were some stragglers that still had active hitboxes there. Oh my goodness. Taking it to the bank indeed. That was very impressive. Whew. Anybody else sweating after that one? So Shiko looked so dominant in the first game, but you saw the adaptations by Hollow, right? A bit more of a runaway game. Put some more layers into the mix, especially in the corner, because we were seeing a lot of deployment of like George plus just generic pressure strings, right? Then it became George plus purple throw, the ultimate plot twist. Agreed, Shiko, first time in layer 1, I'm pretty sure, and yeah, very potent run, going all the way to the end. And now we're in our final match here. Pull that bad boy up. Let me call in Torqued. Okay, and we have to take a break here because we've had no like technical errors and things have been going very smoothly. I haven't had a chance to do any shilling. I gotta get the shilling in. So brace yourselves. First of all, Wyvern, the duck god, the creator of all these wonderful BlazBlue ducks that we have access to now. We throw those around the Discord. When you come in, you get a free complimentary duck. Please take it. These all come from Wyvern. Go check out their profile. If you're in the main BlazBlue Discord as well, they have a thread there linked to the beginner lobbies. There's all kinds of very funny art there, especially some stuff that was related to Evo, which just occurred On the art topic, we also have Primogenitor 34, Vector Illustrator. I learned what that meant from them very recently. It basically means using a computer and shapes to draw things, but it also draws things by hand. My understanding of this is diminishing very rapidly. I'm getting exposed live on air here. But does it really matter how they make the art? No, because it's all sick, and you should check it out. And they're also a Layer 1 supporter in that they provided me with a variety of very cool little chibi renditions of the characters who you can choose to use for your sticker, as opposed to using the official renders. They're much grittier looking. I don't have them on hand here, unfortunately. I'll try to pull some of those up in the near future. Also on the art front, we have Takun, local artist, does commissions. Check the stuff out. Links all up in yeah. Pause them, take a look. The stuff's sick. New and old fighting game art, and it's all lovely. Games That Match, brought to you by our friends at Smart Esports. Jen is the CEO of Smart Esports. She's the only reason we run these tournaments. Please go check this stuff out. Not just because she supports us, but because it's also really interesting interviews with people who are differently abled or from different parts of the FGC that we don't always think about. Well worth checking out. Really interesting interview. This one in particular, yeah, I know I've said it many times. You should watch it. It's very good. Breakfast Garage. They make fight sticks, all types. They'll make one that's a hybrid stick. They'll make one that has a stick and a steering wheel and a leverless setup, the whole nine. Take a look at this one. When the SWAT team was breaking into my house for things you don't need to know about, I threw this at their armored vehicle and it flipped over. They decided to back off, not because I was, innocent, but because they're like, you know what, that's a very impressive fight stick, sir. We'll let you be on your way. Thank you, Breakfast Garage. And finally, Whistly's Shop. They do cute art. They make some stickers and stuff. If you're not down with this, go to hell. Okay, let's go back to the action for our grand finals. And we're not recognizing, I don't know why it does this from time to time, but we all know that's Hollow on the right and Torqued on the left. Not a whole lot else to talk about here. We've seen these characters a couple times now. T-O-A-R. There we go. I gotta spell it improperly to spell it properly. Hollow. Let me make sure these guys are in the room. I'm expecting a scintillating match here. Yes, they're all up in here. All right. Blaze Blue Central Fiction. Layer 9, Layer 1. This is feeling like Layer 9 with these guys playing beginner bracket number 9 grand finals. As we enter a new era of Blaze Blue with DLC coming for the first time in like 10 years. Unreal. 32 players in the bracket. Layer 1's never been hotter. If you're just watching, what are you waiting for? Come through. Join the Discord community. Let's get this money together. We all need to become excellent at this game. Our lives depend on it. These guys playing like their lives depend on it. Kick things off of the overhead. This stage I don't like. It makes me kind of nauseous, but I'm not playing, so whatever. I will say if they want to change after this, they're free to. Okay, the tables have turned now. Oh, interesting RC there. I don't know if that was a drop or what. I don't think I've ever seen that rip. Wow, that was the 3C. Did that just beat the counter assault? Because I don't like that. That button already does enough. The 3C putting in work as always. The Kokonoi corner pressure. Horrific. Look at that. Oh, super ball? Sorry, that was just a regular ball. Still, it obscures. Oh. Well, I shouldn't have said it. Speak of Super Ball and it will appear. Kokonoi with 50 meter, I mean, what else do you expect? Okay, both the same jump there, but ooh, punish, big punish. And just going for the reset with the overhead. Delay tech still caught on the way up. Caught mashing. This is some classic Kokonoi gameplay here. This very silly move. I know it better from Entropy Effect playing, well, I don't play Kokonoi in this game. She requires way too much thinking for me. I just like turn stick. Now Hollow, Purple Throw Specialist. Okay, and that'll be enough of that, says Weeb Toast. I think that'll be that. Yes. Weeb Toast takes the first game. However, all rounds, it's not like there was ever a runaway there. And this is also somewhat reminiscent of what happened in the last set with Shiko. So,
Yeah, Kokonoi is stupid. I mean, she's really smart. Like, really smart. At least that's my understanding of the situation. Like, her head actually does look kind of big on her body. Confess to being a scientist. I like that. I'll see if I get my wife to confess to that one. She wouldn't. She'd never confess to anything. I should probably stop talking to my wife on this. Oh my goodness! Both players playing on like layer 6 there. What will happen? So I'll explain that interaction for those that aren't familiar. When you overdrive, you're briefly invulnerable, right? You can use it as a reversal. Oh my goodness, that evasion on the cat chair was very impressive. So if the opponent's pressing a button, they'll often go through it. But if it's a small button, like a jab, they'll often still be plus. So then, even if you overdrive, you have to block. If you use an invulnerable move off of it, you'll get the reversal pretty much all the time. Or if the person that used the overdrive just holds down all 4 buttons, they get the Exceed Excel, which comes up pretty much immediately and will catch it, like mashing. So it's very multi-layered. And there, those guys both played the ultimate, like, toppest layer of just standing there and doing nothing. Is this it? No, the drop! Purple throw specialist. Now this is another thing I've been talking about that with DPs, etc. Establish something until they show that they can deal with it, right? Once you establish it, keep doing it until they stop you. I would keep purple throwing over and over again until they started attacking them. But that's me. I'm a purple throw god. I love purple throws. I will often back-to-back purple throw. Yeah, exactly. Grappler Rachel? Who knew? We all knew in our hearts. See how long she held that overhead with the wrench to the 6B? Zap. Uh-oh. Oh, good cancel there, because, yeah, that would have been bad news. Okay, now I was talking about establishing it and just doing it until the opponent shows they can deal with it. The wrench is looking very difficult to deal with right now. Keep hitting it. Back to the corner with you. Hollow breaking out the throw technology. Batman. Okay, now how much damage can we do here? Okay, I'm shocked that George didn't affect her there. There's something George can't do. I also don't know how to deal with this news. That was a funny round start. Man. So Rachel's ability to go so high like that, right, is also disorienting if you're a bit of a brain like me. Like, you lose track of where you are because the camera's up there and you just have to go by that little icon of where your character is, which is... it is what it is. Again, I kind of enjoy that match. Okay, we're looking at some a nice conversion here. And off to the corner with you. Georgie. Okay, momentum burst. Uh-oh. Now, okay. Active flow, look at the damage. Oh, no. Was that a reset? Or was it a drop? We are risk maxing. Excuse you? Where did that ball come from? Okay, now we're down to the wire. Both players showing a little trepidation. Is this the time? Maybe. Like, both these guys are better than me. Wow, the 3C! Universal problem solver. Torque going up one more. So now Hollow is as far in the pit as you can go. You'll have to win 6 games to come back. Don't count it out, though. Anything's possible. We saw in the last set, again, Shiko looked extremely dominant in game 1, and then Hollow kind of figured it out. And each round, I will say, it looks like Hollow is developing the game plan. Are we just on some Bill Belichick? Hard to say. Look at how much stuff was on the screen there. It's happening. Or is it? The explosives are planted. Corner pressure impeccable. Not enough gauge for counter assault. Momentum bursting to the maximum. Okay, there we go. Counter assault. Ooh, clipped. Super Ball, man. There's nothing it can't do. I'm seeing some chain gang talk here. Okay, a bit more aggression here. Oh, not taking it laying down. Nice, that was some very good spacing. Good mash. I don't like this corner. I'm doing some renovations. You can go back in there. Ah, that's silly, silly spinny gimmick. Oh, wow. Super Ball again. Oh, excellent EA. That was extremely strong. And caught the delay tech. Technology? I like what I'm seeing. Okay, we're talking about a hollow reverse sweep here. Would it be the most impressive thing in Layer 1 history? Very possibly. Man, the effect that the Sylphie creates when Rachel uses it and it leaves behind that big white after image on the stage is very unpleasant. Oh boy. Speaking of unpleasant, man, trying to get away from Kokonoe in the corner, it just sucks. Smart. Mixed in the throw. We haven't seen a whole lot of that, and then you know what? Pull it out of the back pocket when it's least expected. Okay. The burst is present, but saving it. Using the counter assault instead. That's probably smart. Burst is like the last resort option, right? Good. Also burst when you're close to Kokonoe. Don't want to waste it. Oh, that was very close. Okay. Hollow forced into extremely defensive posture here by the life deficit. And the barrier's gone. Now chip damage is in play. Oh, the little toe kick. And that's a wrap. Chained Torqued. Taking it. I don't know if they certainly didn't lose a set. Did they lose any games? I'm not sure. Post-match analysis, I mean, nothing to say. You guys all saw exactly what I saw, right? Some extremely high-level novice BlazBlue Central Fiction play as we enter a new era of BBCF. Layer 1 is the tip of the spear, birthing a new generation of fighting game gods, and I love it. Extremely well played to everybody here. Obviously, big ups to Torqued for taking the win in such convincing fashion. Give me a second here. Let's take a quick look at the bracket. Bonk. And see... Okay, Torqued on the Rampage. This is loser side, Torqued. I will report this. 3-0. Torqued to... Oh, Xeno took a game. Oh, so did Mango. Oh wait, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. Xeno did take a game, though. Torqued's Rampage. Oh yeah, it was... Oh, Mouse took a game as well. Oh, very nice. Mouse looking like a contender, actually. I was very impressed with what I saw there. So yeah, we saw a nice mix of the Layer 1 veterans and lots of new faces, which was great to see. The Wheel of Fate forever turning, indeed. Forever and ever and ever. So let's take a look at our next event. Is Torqued in the chat by chance? Yeah, you know what? Well, I'll ask about that later. Anyway, let's talk about our next event here. You're getting quieter for some reason. I am, because my voice is going. Torqued is here. Okay, outstanding. Who do you want for your sticker? Yeah, thank you. What do you have to say about your win? Give me like the generic hockey player going into the locker room. I'm still tight. Go cheap. You know what? Unusual level of introspection there. So Torqued is going to take the sticker, having that mailed to you. I'll let you know when that's in the mail. It'll be a bit. I'll warn you. I have to time those with some other people. But the 3C is very silly. And then also, oh yeah, we have to turn the Wheel of Fate.
let's go to that. You know what? We'll do that right after our next event announcement. So, beginner bracket number 10, July 28, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Oh yes, Shiko, there is a sticker. You might get a sticker still. It's still possible. But yes, please do attend this. Now, I will say, this event went crazy. 32 entrants, 7 people in the standby list. Multiple alternates came in and out. Do not wait. As soon as this goes up, and the Layer 1 soldiers get notification before a week before everybody else, do not wait to sign up. If you know you're going to be available, sign up right away, because now, in the new era of BlazBlue being the world's hottest fighting game, there's a distinct chance you will not be able to get in, because the Layer 1 barracks are going to need to be expanded. Our player base is growing. It's no longer guaranteed. We only have 32 slots for these tournaments. And please don't sign up if you don't think you can make it in, but it's not a big deal if you cancel. It just takes some work. And anyway, we prefer to avoid the last minute scramble, but sign up ASAP, because now we know, like, BlazBlue's hot, as it always should have been, and the spots will fill up. So please sign up early and often, and then come to our practices every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We have some experienced players there who are happy to help you learn if you're very new to the game. If you're one of our more if you're a veteran Layer 1 soldier, a lot of them are also there, so you can get in games against some more advanced players. There's something for everybody at these, and no matter your level of experience, we encourage you to come out. One, because it's just a chill social thing to some degree. But I also find, I don't know, well, guys in the chat, some of you guys do go to the practices. Do you find that you have gotten better from going to these? Because anecdotally, me watching some of you guys, you have improved very significantly since we started doing the practices on a regular basis, like a lot. Yeah, Zeno, I was going to say, you were like the poster child. You have gotten so much better. And I think a lot of it is the practices, right? I work on Thursday, so I can't make the practices. Just quit. You got to prioritize, son. You know what we're about. Anyway, so yes, the practices, I think, are very effective if you want to get better at this game with any degree of seriousness. And I'm not a serious player. I'm like a 40-year-old, multiple concussions, super washed, nobody, right? This game's fun. But yes, come through to those. And then if you can, please do come to the brackets. Even if you watch these guys, I will say this final was outrageous. Like, our last couple, the top of our brackets are pretty crazy now. The players look very skilled generally. If you watch those and think I have no chance, not a big deal. Come through, join the practices, play in the brackets, because playing in brackets is a skill that needs practice itself, right? Playing with the quote-unquote pressure of being in the tournament, understanding the logistical stuff that's going behind the scenes to keep things flowing, all that is important. Anyway, Shiko was talking about the stickers. Yeah, son, we got stickers up in here. Look at this. You didn't see this? Peep it. Where are we at here? Whoop-aw! We ship these out. You want this action? Those are the stickers. Yeah, Jen makes them for us. I do the easy part on the computer, and then she does the printing. She has the equipment. They're really nice. If any of the Layer 1 guys can post pictures of their stickers and where they put them after they've gotten them, because they've been in the mail now, please do. I would like to see them out in the wild. But anyway, those are what's on the line. So now, speaking of that, we need to spin the Wheel of Fate. Where are we at here? Okay, so one random participant in the tournament is going to win a sticker here, except I have to eliminate the winner. Let me find that. There we go. Congratulations on Torque for your win. Now get the hell out of here. You also can't enter the brackets anymore. Okay, here we go. Spin the Wheel of Fate. Beely1011, who is in the chat. Picker Wheel, my beloved. Indeed, we're so back. See, everybody's a winner at Layer 1. It's like, you know, all those participation stickers that boomers make fun of. Well, we actually slick those around here, and we love it. All right, so that's it for tonight. Please do come by for the next event. I think we all had a good time here tonight, even if we are a little tight after some of the results of those games. We'll be back 4 weeks from now, we'll be back on Thursday with Layer 1 Practice, but always, every 4 weeks, Layer 1 Beginner Brackets. Let's get this money. I've been Andy, aka Ghost. This has been brought to you by Jen Mosley from Smart Esports, keeping things running. Thanks for everybody that showed up. Huge surge in new players. BlazBlue is all the way back, baby. Let's keep the wheel of fate turning.